I don't think I've once talked about this. Going to pick up some shit and he gets pulled over and he shoots 2 of the cops and one of them dies. This is my first interview. I haven't really mentioned this on the streams or anything, so this is like, yeah, I wiped my ass with her shirt.
What's going on, everybody? Rez here with an all-new exclusive interview with the one and only Sylvia of Fishtank.Live, and I must say she was definitely ready and prepared to spill all of the tea, as our favorite fish tank rocker chick who don't give a shit tells all. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, this is sponsored, Red Bull sponsored. This interview has been sponsored by Red Bull. What is it? Unleash the Beast, or no, that's Monster. Give you wings.
The
or
wings,
something.
yep,
Yeah.
Red Bull. Drink Red Bull, and remember that Red Bull is always going to be there with you to get you lifted, along with Sylvia's great tunes. But before we even talk about Red Bull, we're going to have to talk about my favorite energy powder, which is your brand right here. It is your energy powder right there. It could be your brand, it could be your product that gets me going, gets me a pep in my step, and gets me ready to, as I said last time, f the world's. And as you see, the can of your brand as well can also get you going on the go. So if you don't feel like mixing up all that shit, this shit is ready in a can of shit for you. So yep, sponsor me, because if you don't, that's on your conscience. All right, video call with Sylvia. Here we go.
Is this working? Epic.
Hey.
Is the interview officially started?
First and foremost, Sylvia, how the hell are you? How are you doing today? How's your day going? I'm Rez, by the way. I'm a voice actor who interviews people. What I do is I keep it a little bit more laid back.
I liked your Vance and Lance shit. Did you interview Lance and Vance?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. The clone duo ended up being pretty tight.
Or he's taking a break from Twitter right now, sadly. Yeah, and well, the thing about the fish tank fandom is not all of them are nice. He posted something about him not liking anime. I guess people just started giving him shit and he started losing followers. Lance never got hate in the house, so he probably doesn't know how to really deal with it. He's probably new to the hate. That's what I'm thinking, yeah, because when anytime you post your opinion online, you're gonna lose followers if you have a fan base.
Yeah.
You live and you learn.
Oh yeah, for sure. I gotta say though, Sylvia, that really goes to show how much you've grown from that experience, because right then and there you're saying, hey, we dealt with TTS, we dealt with a Jason Goldstriker, we dealt with a lot of bullshit. You guys dealt with some shit there. Fish Tank has kind of been said and done. I myself am more interested in your musical pursuits and your style, and you have a nice mysterious vibe to you, and you kept that going with the Fish Tank, and even with your musical presence, you have a mysterious vibe to it. It's almost like some kind of a interdimensional being who is just you can set your foot in any kind of realm, but nobody knows who you are, what you are, but you're just everywhere.
That's the kind of funny thing is that with I already kind of had a presence online. I've been running a meme page for about 2 years.
Oh shit.
We have 15,000 followers.
That's on YouTube?
No, it's on Instagram.
Oh,
and then,
okay.
Yeah, it was I would just play random DIY gigs around the city, and then I was kind of involved with the punk community, Facebook community, and then yeah, I've been around online for over a decade. So yeah, there were some people that just knew me from Instagram that just started watching Fish Tank, and they had no clue that I was going to be on there. Yeah, it's
so
insane.
You've reveled in the little caves of the internet for a while now, which kind of explains why you're familiar with MDE and Sam Hyde, because I noticed that a lot of the fish they weren't familiar with MDE or Sam Hyde or any of their style or any of the gaslighting, but you kept a really good job at keeping it low key.
I would give them little hints every now and then, especially no one in the house knew who Frank was besides me and Vance, because we would look at each other when the TTSs, and we're like, bro, yeah, we're ready.
Oh yeah,
because we just get him to get everyone the fuck out of the house.
That was your game plan, was just to eliminate everybody one by one, kind of drive them crazy.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, my ex, when I was 18, he had a How to Bomb the U.S. Government book, which those are extremely rare now. That was a MDE's book they put out. I think it was 2016 or something.
Oh wow.
But yeah, so and then
sounds like
found
some anarchist cookbook shit.
yeah, and then eventually I watched $1 Million Extreme, and then I started following them online, and then I'd watch them on YouTube, and then I got the Gumroad, like, I think, what was it, last year, maybe 2 years ago. I also had, like, Frank's Gumroad. I used to really like Tim and Eric. I watched them the first time I ever did acid when I was 14, and that kind of blocked my mind, and I was like,
do you know what episode it was, or like what skit was going on?
I do not remember, because that was just like the first time I was like, wow, this is so fucking funny.
Wow.
Like I still have all the seasons of Tim and Eric, so, but you know, like I graduated to MD because of you know, I saw how kind of they're just really they just all care about money.
Yeah, unfortunately with the whole Tim Heidecker, because I was a huge deckhead. You know, I loved.
Yeah. Dude, that shit was so funny. I actually met David Liebehart. He came to Kansas City and did one of the puppet. He was on tour doing the puppets.
Oh man, giving a good old live show, huh?
Yeah, he gave me his phone number, and I was like, dude, yeah, it's so funny, yeah. But
so how are you and David Liebehart doing now? I know you can't resist that glossy, oily ball of chocolate.
I know, he was so insane to meet real life. I was just like, oh, thank you, and then I think I bought like a shirt or something from
How did
him.
he flirt with you? Was he like, oh, you're looking kind of nice? Like, how was that?
Because he has a song called I Haven't Had Sex Since 1994, and it was like a really weird song I found while I was on shrooms. Sorry to keep talking about tripping stuff.
No, absolutely. Hey, this is this is what we're all about. You know, we have fun here.
But it was crazy because I said, oh, I love that song, and he's like, yeah, I really haven't had sex since that long. You're so pretty, and then he gave me my phone number, and I was with my ex, the one that introduced me to MDE, and I was like,
You got some competition, man.
I really saw how fucked up Tim and Eric treated him, because like he was literally ranting about it while he was performing. He was saying how he only got paid like $7,000 for doing their new special and all this stuff, and he's basically like just getting by. And then there's another guy that was on Tim and Eric, and he's just at like I think the Santa Monica Boardwalk or Venice Beach, just trying to make money. And it's like, that's fucking sad, because people are just reposting TikTok clips of them, and they're making money off their face. They're just on the fucking boardwalk trying to scouch change.
Oh yeah. I definitely kind of changed my my view when I found out how much they had to do with like when Sam Hyde called into the Office Hours Live Tim Heidecker show. Yeah, called him out. That was pretty insane.
And he was just gaslighting him like so crazy. Like, what are you? Oh, you live in Glendale, Tim. What are you talking about? Blah 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 blah. Yeah, that part got me. But yeah, I've been traveling a lot since Fish Tank. I'm about to go down to Texas on Saturday, and then I'm going back to LA. I'm working on an album release party. Well, it's like a gig. I booked a bunch of acts I like. There's this band called M16, and I actually did a show with them, and they came up to me and they're like, oh, you know Ben from Fish Tank? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, he used to be in our band.
Whoa, small world.
Because I was all the way in Long Beach. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I got them on the show, and it's hopefully gonna be the 28th. I'm still trying to find the venue, and then Vance is gonna try to make it down. And then I have like this rapper. He did the first ever Dream Substance logo, so I kind of wanted to give back to him. And he kind of does like stuff like Joey, like the Nod stuff. So I feel like my audience would like him a lot.
And then you got that collab. Does this have to do with the collaboration that you're doing with Vance on an album?
Oh yeah, we have the song together, so hopefully he can come by and do this. We can do the song and do a show together. Because we still want to do that tour. We've just been busy, like we're trying to get the hang of streaming.
Yeah,
and
of course.
It's difficult, like.
Have you been watching anybody to try and get some tips and tricks, or maybe a little bit of inspiration on streaming?
Honestly, just the other fish. Just like letting me know I'm not alone in the struggle.
Yeah, of course.
And they have a problem that I've had and just fixed. That's like, it's fresh in my brain. Like with Vance, I was telling him, oh dude, you got to download the shit. You can't have like the Streamlab browser. But yeah, we've all kind of just been helping each other out.
That's cool. You've all grown very close since the Fish Tank. Did you expect to grow so close to your housemates?
Honestly, no. But then when I got out, it was just like, okay, we all experienced such a unique fucking weird thing. I mean, 8 people are about to go do it again, and like I kind of want to do like what is it? What was that one show? Ned's Declassified School Survival.
Fuck yeah.
Fish Tank, because like, okay, if you want to because what I want to do is I don't want to wear like normal clothes. I want to be myself. I want the audience to know who I am. That's why I was like walking around in my belts and shit. Like that's how I always dress. But that is bad. Like, do not bring your precious fucking, like, shit you love that costs hundreds of dollars.
Anything with sentimental value.
Yeah, exactly, because you're gonna just, like, literally not be able to sleep because you're just worried someone's gonna go through your shit. I was literally sleeping at one time with my huge luggage shoved under my bed.
How did you adapt to that? I mean, you're in a house full of 7 different strangers, 8 including yourself, and you have no idea who they are, what they're about.
It really got with me when you know who got kicked out of the show. 'Cause that's when it was really like me and Maro really felt it extremely hard.
Oh yeah, you know, your inner mama came out during that baby challenge too, and I could tell that you started really growing closer with everybody, because that was kind of the same instance where John left as well, and you were the realest and most sincere with your words. You were like, well, fuck, it's quiet since he left. Like, dude, we lost like a big part of us. Like, you really grew close to everybody.
It just felt like no one was really like vocalizing it besides. Yes, and yeah, it was kind of bothering me. I'm like, dude, no, it honestly felt the same when Daniel left too, because he would always be cracking those funny fucking jokes, and like, you're living with 7 people and you're trying to find something you have in common with, you know? And then like the first night I just couldn't sleep. I won $1,000. I won the first ever fucking fish tank challenge, and I was like, God, I want to smoke a joint and I can't smoke anything. I didn't even have a Modelo
to celebrate.
Yeah, and it's like, and the only person I have to talk to is this weirdo John, but thankfully I'm a weirdo too, so we, you know, and I think that was when we really started connecting, and we both started figuring out that both of our lives started changing last December. So we thought that was weird.
How so, if you don't mind me asking?
That's when he started his like streets business, and that's when I moved to LA and started working on my album. That's gonna be out on the 27th. So it's like, yeah, December, we kind of both became different people, and then we both somehow ended up on this weird, crazy show. And he found it on Craigslist, which that's the most ballsy fucking thing.
Wow, I would have never guessed that. How did you find out about the auditions, and what made you want to sign up?
Well, I can like kind of officially announce like why and how. I follow Jet. Like, I follow Jet on Twitter and Instagram for, I think, like, shoot, I'm trying to remember. I would follow like all the MD crew and stuff because I just liked like their aesthetic and stuff, and because they're all interesting. Yeah, they all have their own thing going on. So yeah, I just followed him, and then I would always watch the live streams, and they would keep talking about this fish tank thing, and then they're talking about, oh, we need people to apply for fish tank, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, okay, they don't want a fucking chick on there, you know, they just want guys. It's a guy thing. They always joke about how chicks don't watch it, like,
little did you know,
dude. Yeah, I'd be posted up on this couch watching Perfect Guy Life.
Hell
like,
yeah.
All the time. So it was just so funny to me. And I was like, I literally just moved back from LA because it's just so expensive. And I moved back and I'm like, fuck my life, what do I have going on now? And then I see that on Twitter, we need more females to apply. And I also saw it on his Instagram. I'm like, okay, you put it like 2 different places, he must really mean it. Like, and I was like, fuck it, what do I have to lose? And I think I wrote it in at like 1 a.m. in the morning or something, because I was just like, fuck it, they're probably gonna get a bunch of these, they're probably not gonna see mine. And then the next morning, I think it was, they replied or something, and they're like, we need to set up a date for the Zoom interview. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then we set up a date, and then yeah, just they were laughing, and they told me they were filming just in case I would get picked, and yeah, I didn't think I would get picked, and when I got picked, I was just like, what the fuck? Yeah. And then in a way I kind of felt like bad, because I was like, fuck, I kind of know the MD like humor and stuff, the gaslighting, like I'm gonna pick up on it, and I'm just gonna, you know what's going on.
Were you worried about any like getting involved in any kind of like controversial, kind of like a controversial bullseye, because they're always targeted to be like, oh, they do this and that bad? Were you a little worried about being caught in the crosshairs of people that might have a problem? To get canceled or whatever? Yeah. Oh, dude, I've dealt with that before, with like the dumb punk scene, because they're just so crazy. So I wasn't really mad, like, or worried about that, because I like have 2 Sam Hyde shirts I wear. Yeah. So it was like whatever. But yeah, I have had like mutuals online that have unfollowed me because of it, and it's honestly like, fuck it. Yeah. You would have done the same thing. I posted an old picture of me wearing a Sam Hyde shirt, and I was like, yeah, I was a plant all along. And it was a
shooter shirt. It was the OG shooter shirt that they would
We were
sell.
wondering the first week if you were the plant, though. The very first week of Fish Tank, we were like, is Sylvia the plant? Is she?
I wish that would have been cool, but the plant obviously wasn't someone like me or Letty, you know?
Yeah.
But I was like, I posted a picture and I was like decked out and like I had like a nausea patch on my pants. And then this like random bitch was like, oh, how is she gonna wear a neo-Nazi shirt with a nausea patch? I'll rip that shit right off of her pants. And then like I just lied and I was like, and I because she called me a crazy fan or something, or clout chaser, and then I just posted the picture of me and Sam and I said, who is Sam Hyde? And then because it was like, girl, like yeah, I'm just some random person. But yeah, and then I guess the Fish Tank fan base saw it, and like I guess she put her account on private and like blocked Scott and everyone.
Oh man.
I don't know, I guess your politics have to align with the certain music you listen to nowadays or something. So fucking stupid.
You know, and that's another thing that was ballsy of you and the other fish to be going on this Fishtank.Live thing, because it's live, it's 24/7 stream, you know, like, so anything that you say or do can be taken out of context. How do you feel about TTS as a whole? Because I feel like you were one of the people who battled with TTS the most, like, because you were constantly screaming with the cameras like, hey, fuck you, like, so what are your thoughts on TTS?
I would always just say fuck you because they would say the same thing. Oh, I'm fat. Oh, I'm fat. Okay, like, sorry, I'm not skinny, but that's something I can change. It's something I'm changing. Also, like, the camera angles too didn't help, and
The 720p shit.
oh my gosh, yeah. But no, they were all just 4chan people that like the
just
excessive
trolls.
Letty fans. But yeah, Letty got some really bad shit too. But yeah, I mean,
Do you feel like it was hard being a woman involved with Fish Tank and MDE?
Yeah, I feel like next season they need to not let any like the sexual harassment TTS through, because that gives them the okay to continue doing it. Because like Betty and me, we've had our stuff leaked. I had someone posting my own pictures under my own tweets, like nude pictures of me, and it was just like, why do people do this? Like, why continue the harassment months after being on the show? Like, I know the team really can't do anything,
Right.
but I feel like letting those TTSs through, you know, not letting them through will help. When you're doing like funny shit, like Morrow stuck Simmons harmonica in his fat Hawaiian ass, that's fucking funny. That one sticks to this day. It's hilarious. But when you're like, oh, I want to bend Letty on all fours and mouth, you know, it's just like, dude, you can not let this shit through. And then also another problem I had was they're letting like ones about me cutting myself, like what was something like, oh, it's not this way, it's the other way, Sylvia. And it's like, I went downstairs and I told him like, okay, that's just too far. Like anything else, I don't give a fuck. They can call me a pig all they want, but no, none of this shit. And then they did it to Betty too. So, and that, yeah, those are the two things that I think they need to fix.
What would be your advice to any future women contestants or any, you know, non-gender or maybe even trans or anybody who's not male? What would be your advice for them to either enter the fish tank or even just pursuing their dreams? What would be your advice in handling this?
Down to even just being like different, like alternative. They're gonna give you shit no matter what. Stand by your beliefs. You know who you are. Just cherish the time you have on there. Because when you're off, you're gonna miss it so fucking much. And you're gonna grow with these people, and you're really gonna feel like family. But don't let all that negative shit like get you down, because they're the ones that are hating through the screen. You're the one that's actually there making fucking money.
Making content gold.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it's hopefully they'll have it fixed by then. Because I did post on Twitter about it because it was getting to me. Because I wanted them to. Because I get this all the time. Oh, get me on Fish Tank. I want to be on Fish Tank. I'm like, okay, you're not really gonna be able to get through it though. Because like all these girls that say I want to get on Fish Tank, that's kind of why I posted that. Is I wanted them to know that. Dude, months later, I'm still getting shit. Letty's still getting shit. Betty's getting shit. I had people posting videos of her, explicit videos of her under my reply, like reply on Twitter. And it was just like, why do people do this?
So, I mean, even though you've had to deal with these maybe negative or maybe, you know, not so reputable fan interactions, has there been fan interactions that made you really glad that you made this choice, that made you just like, hell yeah, I'm glad I went on Fish Tank. Fuck those haters. This is awesome. What have been your best fan interactions?
Oh my gosh. I've had so many of them. Yeah, this month has been crazy. days yet because it's the end of July. July 3rd, I did a show in Long Beach. I probably had about 20 fans come from the show. I sold out of all my prints, sold out of all my stickers. And then, yeah, there were people with Sam Hyde shirts there. There were people there that just showed up to take my pictures.
Fuck yeah.
It was really, really amazing. And just meeting everyone and just talking. Bleach came, the guy that makes my thumbnails.
Nice. You were able to put a face to face.
Yeah, it was great to meet him in real life and like get a vibe off of each other. And now we just talk on Discord all the time and do those. So, but yeah, and then what else? I did a show at this trailer park last week. I
was gonna ask about that. Yeah, how was that? Because I saw a tweet that you said you had a confrontation with a little bit of a crazy patron of that show.
Oh no, she didn't know the show at all. It was just this lady so it was a trailer park, you know, and there was this band playing. I was up next and I was just, you know, standing there next to these chicks and we're chilling out. And then I guess this lady, she lives in the meth trailer down the road. Which I found all this out later. She hears the music, her and her husband come up. I had to go to the bathroom, I come out. She's just like crisscross applesauce in the grass, bowing to the band. And she looks super fucked up. My parents are at the show because they've never been to shows. So my mom and dad are there. These two chicks that I was talking to, we were like trying to figure out if she's okay. And then she looks back at me and she's like, "You need to get away from my husband." And I guess I was standing next to her husband. And she just said, she was like, "You're dressed too
provocative or
yeah." So, and I was just wearing like my I don't know where it is, but it was like my jumpsuit with the shorts that says "Dream" on the back. I wear that at my shows. And yeah, she like got up and was gonna like buck at me.
Oh,
and
shit.
I had to like come around her, and then her and her husband like walked back to their trailer. And then like the people that got me the gig were like apologizing to me, and then the people whose house that was their trailer they were apologizing to me, and I was just like, bro, it's fine. But I talked to Vance about this. You gotta watch out when you do those DIY shows because people just walk up, they hear music, they're fucked up, they just walk up and, you know.
And it sounds like someone was a little bit worried about their customer basis that night, so
That was fucking crazy. I was just like, what the hell? Yeah, when I got there, there was like, I think there were about like 6 people there from Fish Tank.
And you set the show up yourself?
No, my friend Steven did. He was the one that actually recorded the Emotional Labor music video.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so he set that up for me. And yeah, there was a bunch of cool people. I sold some prints, and then I signed my first jean jacket.
Yeah, I think I saw the picture of that on Twitter. You posted that, right?
So that was a really cool feeling. And then I went to Death Grips too, and that was so insane because I went at it was like the day after my show or something, so my throat was really fucked up. I sounded like I was like,
Oh yeah, I can imagine. You had a live show, probably had to have a screaming match with the crazy trailer park meth bitch, and then you had a Death Grips concert. Did you see Brandon Buckingham at that concert?
I think if anything he'd be in Texas. I don't know why he'd be in Tulsa.
No, gotcha.
I wish, because I would have loved to meet him, because him and Alex were the freeloaders I wanted to meet the most. And Beans. R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Beans.
Yeah, I have a Death Grips vlog coming out. Me and my best friend, we took some shroomies, and then we went to the show.
Nice.
And I actually had my phone, and I was like vlogging in the pit. So I'm like getting pushed around, and like my makeup is all smeared, and my hair is drenched in sweat, and I'm just like trying
All
to
on shrooms too. That's some damn good content right there. Hell yeah.
It's gonna be really cool. And I ran into a bunch of Fish Tank fans, like people. There was this guy that was really fucked up, and we were just standing, just waiting for the show to go on. And he's like, "Oh my god, it's Piss Rupt!" And then there's like another guy, and he's like, "Whoa, it's Piss Rupt! Oh my god!" And then I'm like, dude, like I'm like, what the fuck? Like that was just so random, because I'm just like, now I'm getting a lot of things. Now it's Sylvia from Fish Tank. Now it's like just my Instagram handle. But yeah, and then there's a guy wearing a Fish Tank shirt.
Oh shit.
With a group of like four other people with him. Yeah, I got them on camera. And then what else? This girl with like a fully tattooed face, which looked really trippy, was like, "Oh, I loved you on Fishing." I'm like, damn, that's dope.
So you're meeting all kinds of people that you would have probably never thought that you have like either influenced or just entertained or just made happy on some nights.
Yeah, like down to a chick just covered in tattoos, and then there was a wife and a husband that came to my show in Long Beach, and she was pregnant.
Fuck yeah.
And I fucking crazy. And then they were saying that, yeah, she was watching Fish Tank well, she has a baby, and like they're asking me if I think it's gonna have any influence on the kid, and I'm like, yeah, probably.
Do you think that maybe they hooked up some headphones, and every time that Chris sang Simple Man, they just put the headphones on her belly?
Yeah. So, yeah, one thing I misses Chris singing that.
Oh.
And I also haven't really talked to Chris. I feel like he's hard to get a hold of. He has that manager.
Yeah, and I know he set up that tiny house and stuff too. Like, he has the manager who is definitely making sure he's smoking good. God damn, that's probably why he hadn't hit up anybody. He's so fucking stoned. He don't know what day it is.
The last time I actually talked to him was when I was on Letty's stream. That was a crazy stream. We had Simon on. Yeah, that stream was really crazy. And yeah, Chris was just like, I think we had to tell him he couldn't smoke. He's just kind of doing these huge fat dabs, and then like he had like his manager with him.
Yeah, he didn't know what the hell was going on.
I told him, I said, if you can get an interface and send me you singing Simple Man, me and Vance can do the rest, and we have ourselves a Fish Tank cover. And I've had people say, you're months behind or whatever, because yeah, when I said something about this interview, they're like, oh, who wants to hear it now? And I'm like, dude, we had to wait, like,
yeah,
just say shit.
Well, not just that, but I mean, some people may say shit like that, oh, who cares now? But they're still gonna tune in for the sauce. They still want to know things, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, there's still so much information that they don't know about, and I mean, what are they really watching at the end of the day?
There's a bunch of shit, like the camping challenge wasn't even supposed to happen.
Yeah, because of the plumbing, like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was just a random, the fucking snake, I guess. And
what did you think when you saw Simon though? Because he was just kind of tossed in there as the very first doppelganger. So like,
yeah,
what was going through your head? Because it was just like, what the fuck?
Like, that footage is the first footage to get released. Did you see it? It was like 10 minutes of it, and it was when Simon walked in the house the first time.
Yeah, he had the 2 bottles.
Yeah, you see everyone's reaction.
Yeah.
And me and Vance, we're sitting across from each other. I think this was like one of the first times we had like chill drinks, just like Trulies, not fucking liquor bottles, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of chill, and then this motherfucker comes in, and it was just like deja vu, and then like very similar accents. It was just like, because it's okay, we can't shit. We have to go to the porta potty. We have to go to the porta potty to do anything. And like, we barely have any food, and then this motherfucker comes in with vodka.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so insane. But once he said the 9/11 joke, I knew he was a homie.
Because, I mean, he came in with so much to talk about. He came in breakdancing for everybody, telling jokes and shit, rapping.
The windmill?
Oh, yeah.
That was crazy, the windmill off. I would have loved to see Chris try to do that. No, if we had Chris during the camping challenge, that would have been really funny.
It would have been funny, but you don't think he would have maybe radiated smells a little bit with all the plumbing being off? I
think it would be funny, because that would have been content. It would have been like John not having his soap all over again. I 100% now believe they did that on purpose.
If you could come in and fuck with like this season 2 fish in some kind of way, whether you be a freeloader, a shark, or just yourself as Sylvia, like Sylvia Dream coming in there to fuck with people, how would you want to harass the fish if Jet and Jason straight up said, like, hey Sylvia, we're giving you permission, you do whatever you want, whatever you can, drive them fucking nuts? How would you do so?
Well, I can't say too much, because you never know what's gonna happen.
Right.
I'm gonna say this. I think having the OG fish on season 2 as some freeloaders will help a lot, because we know the shit that makes you tick when you're in there. Definitely Frank walking in with a burger, some outside food, pissed us off.
Oh yeah, the taco, when they gave Daniel the burrito, it was like, it was the first week, wasn't it?
I think it was like right before he left, remember, when they dragged, which that was so fucking crazy, because me, Vance, and Josie are thinking, okay, we just, like two nights ago, we just built this alliance.
Yeah.
We just beat Team Evil. And
yep.
Now Daniel's gone. What the fuck are we supposed to do? Because it was just so weird, because we didn't know what the fuck happened. Because we were thinking, oh, maybe he got caught with his phone because he had the weed vape and all that shit. So we just totally were like, let's just go with the plan.
Because y'all were gonna do like a vote, right?
Yeah, which we never did. No, we never did vote. So
who would you have voted off though? If it came down to voting one person off first, who do you think would have been the first to go?
When it was just the 5 of us, definitely Letty.
Oh yeah.
I mean, no-brainer because it's Team Evil against her. And
Yeah.
I mean, now I haven't really watched too much like Fish Tank because it's just I lived through it. I think I'm gonna watch the last challenge. But yeah, just seeing how funny Letty was, she definitely is gonna be on the next season because she definitely knows to fuck with people.
At first, it surprised me though, because at first it seemed like you and Letty were not getting along, and there was one point where I know you were gonna beat the shit out of Letty, which I was like, damn, lucky, woo! Like I was even wiping my forehead for Letty. I was like, holy shit, don't do this. Like y'all seem to be very cool now, and actually y'all help each other out. Y'all seem to share information and whatnot and help each other stream. You seem to bury the hatchet and actually be quite a good team. How did that happen?
I mean, I've always liked Letty. It was just during the show, the shit she was doing. I mean, it was just, yeah, we were like ganging up on her because it was our alliance against just her.
And she had her simp army too. Let's be real. That was a huge advantage.
I mean, and that was definitely where I get most of my hate from through the TTS was that. But yeah, that helped her a lot.
Yeah, it did.
Loot box in those desperate situations like the camping challenge or whatever, and then she gets shit to help her. But yeah, I mean we're on good terms. I overbooked myself. I was supposed to stream with her, and then that got fucked up. So yeah, definitely will stream soon. Yeah, she's super smart. She has a lot of shit on her sleeve, up her sleeve, and she has a lot of good ideas. Just sucks that she lives so far.
Future collaborations or any meetups in the plans, like for all of you in the fish?
Man, I don't know. I think we're all just doing our own things right now because it's just so hectic. We're all trying to get used to having this little fame or whatever the fuck people are calling it.
You guys seem to be really handling it well though, and you can really see from each of you how much you've learned and how much you've progressed. And I will say this about you though, Sylvia, because there was a while where it's not that I didn't like you on the show or anything, but you know, I guess you were just trying to like find your place because you weren't really vocal. But then right before the Simmons stuff, you started really speaking your mind. You started standing, and every time you told TTS to fuck off, you really showed them who's boss, because you didn't let them deter you away. There wasn't one time where you were like, you know what, I can't take this, I'm leaving. You didn't. You stayed in there and you stuck in.
There was, I think, the time when I just moved all my shit in room 4 because I think it was when Lance was throwing the shit downstairs. Yeah, and then people were saying to me, don't leave. I'm like, I'm not leaving. But yeah, Vance was ready to leave.
Out of all the moments, what was the least favorite moment what was the moment where you thought you were going home, and same for him? What was the moment where you were like, oh god, this is it?
I definitely, both of us thought when I left. I knew I was gonna go home.
Why
I had
is that?
I don't know, when I just feel like something deep in my gut, I just knew I was going home. And I also knew when I saw the trailer, I knew Josie was gonna win. Just how the comments were, just how the fan base was, I knew it,
Were you personally like, if there was anyone that was gonna win, did you want her to win? Like, hey, if anyone's gonna beat me and take the cake, I would want it to be Josie?
No, I would definitely want it to be Vance. But I'm really glad Josie got it because Josie was gonna second one, because as an artist too, I wanted her to have that much money so she can grow her business and everything, because she has good talent. But
she's definitely developed quite a bit since being the quiet person y'all met that we all saw in week 1. I would have never thought she came as far as she did.
Yeah, I mean, we all definitely thought she was gonna leave first, and yeah, it took me a while to come out of my shell because it was just so much chaos going on. I was just trying to wrap my mind around it and also get used to like not having weed and shit. Like,
I was gonna ask, what is it that you missed the most being in the house? Was it just like blazing a good old joint, hitting the bong,
my cat, my pillow, my little joints. Yeah.
Is that your favorite way to rip the weed? Is the joint?
Yeah. I learned those are the best way when I had my hand in a cask, so I couldn't roll or anything, and I would stick the cone like right here, and then I would like do this.
Oh, nice.
So
pre-rolls came through, huh?
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I was hoping that people would notice.
Yeah, because you're an inspiration to people. Like, look, let's just be real for a second, okay? Not every girl, whether they are going on the show or watching the show, not just girl, but not every person feels the most confident, or they may feel that people talk that same shit to them. But to see someone say, no, fuck you, or to stay in the game and show their resilience, and that's what you showed.
I didn't want to change my morals or anything, like some of the shit that, like Letty was doing. They got her to do it for a reason, because she just she didn't give a fuck. She wanted to win. But yeah, I would never. I couldn't have lasted during the last challenge.
Because, hey, you may have had to go home, but aren't you glad that you didn't have to kiss and lick Chris's belly button and do all that shit with the goat? And I mean, it got pretty damn gross.
Well, I'm sure my parents watched more of it than me. My parents really got into Fish Tank.
Wow.
It was super fucking funny. Like,
that's cool.
My mom made a Twitter account just to follow all the Fish Tank drama. She still follows it. Like, yeah, it's funny.
Shout out to Mama Dream supporting.
They bought the Sylvia shirt. So when I came home, I think they actually picked me up at the airport in their Sylvia shirt. So that was really nice.
Hell yeah. What did they think about you being on the show? Were there any moments where they were like, okay, we didn't like you being on there, or were they just like, hey, you gave it your all, fuck yeah?
They were really proud of me, especially with like all the mean shit people were saying. Because yeah, like I used to get bullied in middle school a lot, in high school. So that shit really didn't affect me. It was more just the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And then also it was weird that they're finding like these pictures of me and my ex from when I was like 2018. Because I'm like, what the fuck? But that's how the internet is.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents, they just think it's so crazy, and they watch my streams, and yeah.
That's awesome. Do you feel like being on Fish Tank has made you a better performer with your music, and just in general, like if there's like, whether it be a performance, a photo shoot, or maybe even an audition for like some kind of gig of any kind, has it made you more confident and a better performer, do you feel?
A little bit, yeah. It was definitely, I wasn't performing to an audience in Fish Tank, I was performing to a camera, so it's a little different, but yeah, I think when I perform, I like to get my anger out and stuff, so it really, I feel like, I don't know, puts me in a different headspace now.
How so? Is it like a more creative headspace, or is it like, well, do you have a little bit more inspiration from like the anger from all that?
Yeah, the anger definitely. Thanks for wording it better.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
My new single is called Want Control, and I wrote it like just about like my last relationship, feeling like I don't have control in it. But now, since the song has came out, I'm like, okay, now it really kind of is like I want control of like being in Fish Tank and not having control of my surroundings in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, like when I played Emotional Labor, I have the Sam sample in the beginning, and yeah, when I play that at shows, everyone goes crazy. So it's so having their energy back helps me. And yeah, like I released like 5-minute video of one of my last shows, and they're just people just throwing each other and just fucking fighting and moshing. It was fun as fuck.
When you are writing your music, whether it be performing or actually creating and manifesting a song, writing your lyrics and getting in the zone, what headspace do you get into? Because you said you get into like the anger and a lot of like the negative emotions of things. So where do you exactly put yourself in your headspace to write?
Well, I have all my lyrics in this notebook.
Nice.
And it's hand painted by my bandmate Blake, and I have all my lyrics like for my album laminated and all this stuff. I've been writing these for I think 2.5 years. It's just I've reversed revised them probably like 10 times each song. So there's been so many versions of each song. It's just you start with a thought and then you just go back on it and add more, and then maybe like a month later you read it again, and then you'll fix a few things up, and then you'll be like, okay, this sounds cool, and then you just try to start getting the rhythm and the chorus going, and yeah, it's things like that, and then having someone
do you
next
pull
to you
from like personal life experiences? Like what experience have you had that got you into like, I have to put this in the form of song?
I've always liked music. Like my dad raised me on Stones, and my mom raised me on The Cure. And then so when I was 12, I was like really emo and really scene. I was like really into the lyrics and stuff, so I'd always write like emo poems and shit. But I really got into making music when I was 17. I was surrounded by a few artists and stuff, and my friends had bands, so I was like, fuck it, I'll make a SoundCloud. Yeah, I just made like a few songs. My first songs really didn't even have any lyrics. That's kind of how I started off doing noise. But yeah, a few years ago I was just like, I really need to make like just a raw punk noise just album. And yeah, I just started writing, and it was gonna just be completely like DIY. I record everything on my phone. And then this label reached out to me after I released my first official single with DistroKids. They just had Ariel Pink do something with them, and then I knew the chick that owned the label because I saw her open up for the Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, and we follow each other on Instagram, so I flew out there in December, and that's when I started recording my album with like an actual label. label. And then my engineer, he works at, I think it's A&G. ARG, they're like this label, or no, they're recording studio. But yeah, they've recorded like Follow the Leader there, and then like Orgy did some stuff there. Who else? Just a bunch of new metal bands. But yeah, he just helped like Motley Crue, and he's done stuff for like Future and like Marilyn Manson. So
yeah. You're definitely getting your foot wet in the music industry right there. You're definitely getting, you're making your way, getting your foot in the door.
I feel like I don't deserve it. It's really weird.
Why would you feel like you don't deserve it? You're working hard for it. You put yourself out there.
I don't know. It's just like he works with like fucking Motley Crue and shit. I'm like, I'm just here.
Well, you have to think Motley Crue started somewhere too.
That was before even Fish Tank. Before I got on Fish Tank, he was like telling me like, dude, while you're in Fish Tank, I'm gonna be working with Motley Crue. I'm like, what the fuck? And then when we got swatted, I texted him and I'm like, dude, I just got swatted. He's like, yeah, I just saw. Dude, yeah. Then the next thing he texted me is, I showed Tommy Lee our song, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Shit. Yeah. What do you think?
He just really likes the drums and shit, and they're all kind of programmed because we've been doing mostly everything in like FL, but then we do have like some actual like instruments and stuff. But it's really hard to just record drums. Drums are the most difficult thing to record.
It's a good thing you know Vance now, right?
Yeah, Vance is the guy. Yeah, our song is gonna. It sounds so sick. I've done a little teaser on my channel. I don't remember which stream it was, but it's very like Depeche Mode, dark synth, and then I come in with like some screaming, and he has like a Depeche Mode gothic voice.
Yeah, I love like the synthwave, like the dark synthwave kind of vibe too. Like as you said, like The Cure and even Depeche Mode.
You should check out Boy Harsher, and then Drab Majesty is really good. VR Sex, Choir Boy. Yeah, I have tons.
yeah. No, music is absolutely your passion. Is there what are your future endeavors for music? Is this like, has any record labels hit you up since after Fish Tank? Are you going to work exclusively with the label you're working with now?
I think I've kind of moved on from the label I'm with now. It's like a one and done type thing. We have different views and stuff. She's more like into performance art and into making content. Like she wants the next trending TikTok video. I don't want to do that. So yeah, I've kind of drifted away from them. But it's you know, if they reach out to me, whatever. I've always done stuff DIY. Is that a Fish Tank poster behind you?
That is actually, I printed that out from a picture that was on Twitter. So
nice.
I just was like, oh, that was pretty fucking cool looking. So I was like, yeah, I'll print that out.
Yeah, those are sick. I still haven't got my I got the new designs, you know, the new designs that came out. I forgot who did that design, but yeah, I bought that poster, and I'm gonna put it like right here because I like having a poster right there. But I have the Stay Inside No Weed one above my bed. So and then
hell yeah. There you go. Fish tank pillow.
It's in my streamer chair, but I'm so thankful for like everything they've done. And it can only get better from, you know, here.
What do you feel was one of your, either 1 to 3 of your most favorite memorable times of your time on Fish Tank? Times that you were like, you still think about all the time, every time it makes you giggle or smile and warms your heart.
When Letty put Frank's shit in my closet. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was insane.
What a sweet gesture.
For some reason, oh my gosh. Obviously John kicking the hole in the wall, because like that, because that whole night I couldn't like sleep. I was in and out of sleep, but that was the time I was asleep. And I was like, what the fuck? And so then I woke up and I kept hearing TTS say, move your foot, John. Reveal the hole. And I thought they were like just being sexual about like him and like Letty being in the same bed or something. Then he moved his foot, and then I saw he kicked a hole in the wall, which was fucking hilarious.
It's like when your brother or something is trying to cover up a shit for your parents coming home.
Yeah, and then it was the whole, okay, does he have to leave the room now? Because is that an attempt of getting out of the room? You know?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then the TTS, I mean, they were just so fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
God, I think my favorite one might be, the harmonica between Maro's butt cheeks. That one was so fucking funny. God, dude, there's so many moments. I mean, Chris singing Simple Man was so good. I wasn't there when Chris fell down the stairs, but that was a fucking insane clip. And then you got Alex Stein just trying to be like...
Speaking of Chris, this is something I ask everybody because this is one of the most fascinating pieces of content that happened on Fish Tank. Did you see the dookie on Chris's butt when he was with the hooker?
No, I wasn't there for that.
No, but did you see it online?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't fucking know. dude, like,
he's about to make it with a hooker, and then she says, "No, I can't do this because he has dookie on his butt." What did you think, and what would have been your words of encouragement for Chris?
Before she found the dookie, I would have been like, get it in, Chris. And then after, when he's sad, I would have been, it's okay, you got your black queen at home. Because that was like a funny thing he kept saying. I got my black queen at home. He's like all the way in New York now. There was like, because we follow each other on TikTok, and there was like a video of him interviewing the guy. Have you ever seen the show Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
And the guy that runs the shore house, and he runs the shop.
Wasn't familiar with that. Whoa, is this recent?
On TikTok, he's like interviewing the guy in the shore store, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's so random. And then he's like making pizzas at a pizza place, and there was like this really nice camera filming him. So hopefully he has some good content coming up, because he has like so many fucking followers.
He does. I've actually been following him for a long time, and I actually heard that you were familiar with him for like even before Fish Tank. You were familiar with Airsoft Fatty, right?
Well, once you see someone like him online, you don't forget someone like him.
Because I remember very early on you mentioned him with the iDub situation.
I don't think I really knew too much about that. I think it was him that mentioned it, because I've never really known too much about iDubbbz. I never really was into him. I just think he's like fucking annoying.
You definitely know about his wife though, because I remember you called her out.
Dude, yeah, she actually responded to me.
I saw that.
Yeah, it was post a picture of me at the gym, and then she's like, "Oh, I almost bought that same outfit," and that was literally. I'm like, dude, I'm like calling you out, like let's box, like let's fight, and then
that was your moment to say, yeah, you me right now, or were you just so confused that you were like, I don't even know what the fuck to say?
I was really confused, because I was trying to get her attention too, because I did a bad tattoo take on purpose to get like a lot of people on it, because it was I quote tweeted the picture she posted of her tattoo back piece, the one that's covering her whole back, and I said like, oh, this is gonna look like shit in 30 years, because that's what everyone says when they see a tattoo.
Yeah.
And I have like, oh my god, I think like almost 1 million views on that tweet.
Wow.
And yeah, and then I guess she started getting a lot of hate for the tattoo, and was like kept posting on Twitter, oh, I'm sorry you don't like it, but it's my body. I'm like, damn, I really
You felt like you did enough damage?
Yeah, no. I'm gonna hopefully start training. I really want to get trained by Scott, but you know, it's all on the East Coast.
Yeah. So you can't train with Sam Hyde or anything either. Would you actually train up and like fight Anissa?
Yeah, I've been trying to lose weight. I've been going to the gym and shit. So
hell yeah, good on you.
Hopefully, I'm gonna lose. Like I'm aiming for like 20, because then I think we'll be at the same weight.
Did that hate start from just like the general? Do you feel like the annoyance from iDub? Did that trigger the Anissa hate?
Yeah, and also how he kind of just treated like the crew and stuff when they met up, like the MD video.
Oh yeah, the documentary with iDubbbz.
Yeah, I never liked him. She just fucking annoys me. I don't know. She has to like people have that face that you just want to hurt. Like you don't know why.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah. Because it was definitely like that fakeness kind of thing too.
It was crazy, because I went out the other night because this radio show I used to do like radio shows and stuff, and my friend like owned this radio station, and I would like practice with my band there, and they just closed. So they were doing like a talent show, and I went there, and this guy that I've known in the scene for like a long time, we've like collabed together and everything. He was like, dude, great job on Fish Tank. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he was like, yeah, like a video of Airsoft Fatty yelling at you just showed up on my YouTube randomly. And he's like, and YouTube's all I watch. And I watched it, and then I realized you were in it. And then I went down the rabbit hole of Fish Tank, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy, dude.
Small world with that. That's crazy how much reach it's had.
Yeah, and then someone that I've known since, I think, elementary school. I think we went to school since like kindergarten together.
Oh wow.
And he told my other friend that I've known since I was 12, like that I was on Fish Tank, and then they both started watching it. And I'm like, oh my god. I didn't know about any of this until I came back home. But yeah, the reach it's had is insane. And just like seeing the people that follow me, that like I'm still finding new people, like Shiwan Head. I just saw that she follows me. Like I don't really actually know who she is. It sounds familiar. I'm like, that's dope. The Danny Brown shout out too.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. Like that's pretty cool. You got some tier 1 shout outs right there. So this experience has been pretty damn life changing for you, huh?
Definitely. I mean, I came back and all my stuff was blown up when I got my phone back, and it was just very overwhelming.
Does it kind of get a little weird having to think a lot more about what you say or do, in a sense of like now it actually gets traction?
Dude, yeah, it's like I can't really just like shit post how I usually used to, like post memes or be like when I'm sad, just be like fuck life.
Yeah,
you know, I have like people looking at every single thing I post, and like I'm like a chronic tweeter and deleter. Like I'll tweet something and then like an hour I'll look at it and be like, this is stupid. I don't like to But yeah, I mean, I have a great community of people on Twitter. Was it trippy for you to watch Fishtank.Live from home after you left? Like seeing the cameras in the house rather than being in the house? Dude, it was insane, because I just like was just chilling like on my couch, and it was just so cool though to finally like smoke and watch it. Yeah. Like it's just little shit like that. Like and texting with people about what's going on. I mean, me and Scott were on the phone for like 2 hours one night, like while watching it, and we were just talking to each other about what was going on. There was a time where I wanted to pull Frank aside and be like, should we really just play up this like ship, you know, how they're shipping us together? Oh yeah, because they made anime memes about y'all too. My fucking mom saw that too, because she has a fucking Twitter. Oh shit! What'd mom say? She didn't like Frank because he shit in my. Yeah. But yeah, you just don't understand him. Since Fish Tank, I've noticed I really don't put like any podcasts on to fall asleep anymore. It's weird. You said you were having nightmares of the Fish Tank house, or like dreams of it. When you got out of the tank, was it something where you like thought you were hearing the sharks, or like do you still have dreams of being in the house? Oh yeah, like almost every night I have dreams of being in the house. Wow. Like, but it's in different versions of it. Like last night it was weird. Like it was a motel. It was like a really nice hotel, but it was also on like a cruise ship kind of, and everyone's there, and then we're all doing these weird challenges, and I'm always getting like stuck in these elevators, and then we end up in like a big city with a lot of billboards, and then we all get lost and then find each other again, and like Sam's always there like in the suit. It's always really weird. You find out Sam's been controlling your dreams. Yeah, basically. Yeah, Sam's great. I've kept in contact with him a lot ever since the show ended. You two seem to really get close, and like a good he seems to be a great mentor for really everybody. He seems like a great mentor in general. Well, he really told me some great advice on the set, and it's really stuck with me. Yeah. Like a lot of different things. We had a long talk, and what did he tell you? I don't live by it right now, but he told me I need to stop smoking weed. Like, I thought he was just saying that for the show. No, he doesn't like weed. He's always been very vocal about that. Like, and I knew that was something he wasn't gonna like about me. Yeah. Because he'd always be vocal about that. He doesn't really like drinking. He doesn't like tobacco. He just smokes like the cigars and smokes out of his pipes. Mm-hmm. I feel like he gets the same rap as me. Like we're both very intimidating. Because he was very intimidating. Like, what were your assumptions when you first saw him in person? He's just so tall, and he just kept looking at me directly in the eye. Yeah, it's just crazy. And then I showed him the Emotional Labor song, which I thought that was really full circle moment, because I did the Sam sample before I even did the Fish Tank interview. Oh wow. Compared to, of course, before the show and during the show, what do you think, like, what are your thoughts on Sam? Because there's so much controversy about him. Everybody thinks that he's this like bad guy, or like, you know, a very aggressive character. You know, he gets the shit end of the stick from everyone. What do you have to say about that? I have to say that Sam's doing shit that no one else is right now, and I feel like if Sam wasn't doing Fish Tank would have got so much more attention. So people just hate on Sam for the Adult Swim shit, which was totally false. Just like fucking what is it called? Just the hate campaign. Yeah. Scapegoat. He's just a scapegoat. It's really sad, because yeah, he's genuinely fucking hilarious. Yeah. Like that's why I've kept in following him for years, because his content just keeps growing. I mean, most of the shit he said on the what was it, the paradigm shift, most of that shit's like actually coming true, so it's pretty funny. When it was just one-on-one, he told me some great advice that is gonna probably stick with me for the rest of my life. Yeah, I feel like most people are really just intimidated by him. It was really cool to just rep like a Oklahoma on there. Like nothing really comes out of here, so that was nice.
Out of your whole time there, do you think that you would ever try to go for the grand prize again? If they gave you the opportunity to go for it, would you give it another shot as a fish?
Yeah. Definitely I would. I definitely know what I would do differently. I wouldn't bitch. I wouldn't have those fucking extensions in.
Smart.
Yeah, I
like
wouldn't bring
comfortable
all
clothes.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring all those clothes. I'd bring more books. Cause yeah, by the end I was running out of fucking books to read.
Man.
I read 5 books while I was there.
You read Halo Reach 3 times, right?
No,
I'm just...
I wish, man. Yeah, Maro is fucking funny. Yeah, I love everyone on the show. They were all great.
That's cool that you seem to really just become a family, though. It's kind of like war, you know what I mean, with like a battle buddy. You guys went through the trenches, you guys dealt with TTS, Jason Goldstriker, challenges, you went through all that shit together, you know what I mean?
Also, not to mention fucking Chip. That was, because it was also, it put me in like a Frank situation. Like I'm kind of scared of my surroundings, I gotta watch my back.
Yeah, you guys had a tug of war with the tent.
Dude, yeah, because like my makeup bag, all my shit was in there, like my medicine. Dude, no. And yeah, like I lost one of my work shoes.
Yeah, he's a very believable homeless guy. Like he really is, though. He's believable as fuck.
I said some fucking hilarious shit in my interview about Chip, and hopefully that will come out soon. I can't wait to watch it. Yeah, I feel like that might start up some more drama. But I mean, I look at it as it like we're on a show, we're there to create drama.
Entertainment, content.
Yeah, so that's why I don't fucking hate Letty. Like people want me to hate her. People send me videos and shit hating on her. Like I want to watch it. I'm like, dude, no, I don't want to watch her shit. Like
yeah, it's all for the show, for the competition. But in a fun sense, would you, for fun, you know, box with Letty or Josie or Betty?
Yeah, definitely I would. One of the hardest things was keeping my cool and not hitting the shit out of her when cause she's just looking at me like this. Well, kind of looking at me, you know.
Okay, yeah, I see what you
But I guess she could control it, so I guess she's doing that on purpose. But yeah, just knowing that she wanted me to hit her and me not doing it, I knew that would piss her off even more, so that's why I did it, you know?
Because it was even the biggest menace challenge too, where I was just like, fuck, that one was hard to watch. I was talking with Vance and Lance about that too, because she really was so good at being just such a shithead to everybody else. But I mean, I guess it was because she did get a lot of shit too, so.
That Vance came to me and told me was during when they were doing the baby challenge, and he was like, yeah, we have to get her out because she's so smart, she's so conniving. And it was, I mean, it was kind of like getting hard to watch at some points.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
the foot massage shit and all that stuff.
Yeah, John's great. He actually just texted me. I need to give him a call. He was apparently I was the first fish he talked on the phone with. So
nice. You're definitely someone who's been to like some crazy parties in your life, especially because you told me about that crazy trailer park. Yeah, your crazy trailer park story. So what is the craziest party that you've ever been to, or what is your craziest party memory?
Shit. Okay. Fuck. I'll have to think. I mean, just like the crazy basement punk shows. I used to go to those all the time when I was 16, 17. I used to just drink like straight up Fireball when I was younger, and like vodka. I used to mix vodka with the ocean water from Sonic. One of the craziest raves I went to, because I know I don't look like a person that goes to raves, but what was it? An abandoned warehouse downtown Tulsa. My old photographer put it on. It was fucking insane, and it was inside, and then there were people like with hoops attached to the ceiling, and they were doing like those hoop tricks.
Oh, like shit. Yeah, like the crazy acrobatic stuff.
Yeah, it was insane. And then I played a rave show, and the same guy that put that show on, he rented out an airsoft range. This was New Year's Eve of 2020, so it was about to turn 2020. No, wait, 2019 New Year's Eve, sorry. And I played exactly at midnight, so I like to say like I started COVID. But yeah, it was at an airsoft range, and they had people like in the hoop things again, and there were like vendors there, and then there were like tons of people on acid. There was probably like 300 people there. Everyone was tripping. It was insane, and it sold out, and the tickets were like $30. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna make some money. They pay me what was it, a bottle of really cheap champagne and then 2 hits of acid. But the guy that was going on after me is a famous New York DJ that I've been listening to since I was like 13. and he was a club kid in the 90s. He just DJs, and yeah, he's like, yeah, you can keep doing your noise while I DJ, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Shit, alright.
So yeah, that might be one of the most craziest.
So I know you have your album going on as well. You're working on your album and your music. What are your current and future projects that you got going on?
Okay, I got the Death Grips vlog coming out. I have the album coming out on the 27th, and it's called Revenge is on the Mind. And then I have the album release party on the 28th. Still working for the venue on that. Hopefully something with Hello merch coming out. Yeah, my homie works for them, so.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck it, I'll just shoot out an email, and yeah. I have a short film I recorded, and I still need to edit that. I'm so new to editing, so it's like, it's just overwhelming doing all this by myself. I got a stream tomorrow. Yeah, and then next week I'm streaming with Vance, and we're gonna do music reviews on my channel.
Oh, I love those music reviews. Those are fun.
Thanks, yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. He's still very new to Streamlabs, and yeah, I don't know why the fuck my camera wasn't working, because it was just like so fucking funny. Just new art, started a new collage.
Speaking of art, what inspired your makeup look? Like, so I know you're very heavily influenced by like rock and punk and metal. I know you're familiar with like how a lot of black metal and death metal, they'll use like face paint, like a lot of Norwegian black metal bands. And then of course you have like the more rock style like Kiss, you know, where they would wear face paint and stuff. So who are your influences on that? What made you want to do that?
I've done like some weird crazy makeup. Like this is me when I was like 16. I've always done like just weird makeup, and then
you look like a hacker in that picture.
then I migrated to this certain eye style, yeah, like that. And then I kind of started playing around, like I did that. And then yeah, I don't know, I kind of just played with it, and then I just decided I liked this, and I don't know, I haven't seen anyone else like wear this shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I've started to do other looks. Like I understand people don't like this, but I don't know, it's like, it's my signature look, so.
Yeah, it's something that you're into, so, you know, fuck it. Do you have like an image in your head of something that you thought of to get that representation?
Yeah, I don't know, it's like 77 punk, I love that. I love the 77 punk fashion, mixed with like a little bit of Western, I guess talking style-wise as well. Some good fashion inspirations are like the New York Dolls. They were like glam punk band from the 70s. Alan Vega.
Man, you're so well versed in music. You should even do videos where you recommend things for people to either listen to, or, you know, like ones that would be great shows to go to.
Dude, yeah, definitely. I mean, I have like a bunch of, I collect like cassettes and vinyls. I even have an 8-track player. I fucking found it on the side of the road. I'm like, what? Fuck yeah. And I've made like, I started making like Spotify playlists. I didn't know people like those, so, and yeah, people have been digging them. Then I've made a letterbox to put the movies that I like on there.
Fuck yeah. Are you gonna do like Patreon watch parties?
Ooh, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
I love showing my audience like weird shit, but I keep getting afraid of getting copyright. Oh my gosh, yeah, I might have to show the other Barbie movie. It's not like the actual Barbie movie, but there was have you ever heard of the band The Carpenters? One of the people that was in the band, there was this chick, and she like died from anorexia, and they made a movie about her life with Barbies.
Huh.
And it's banned in a few countries. Yeah, it's fucking weird. It's like really deep web stuff.
Yeah, that's something to display right there. I've never heard of that. That's some deep dive shit right there.
Yeah, I'm all about weird shit like that. That's why that's why I like Wang better than Moist Critical. I like Moist Critical too. He's hilarious.
Yeah, but he does, I totally get what you're saying. He does like surface level stuff, whereas you like the deep dive iceberg stuff.
But if I need like some funny commentary on a situation that happened, I just click on his shit.
Oh yeah. Critical. How do you prepare for a live show? So because I know the jitters can come up, and you probably felt the same way going into the fish tank, like the nerves, the anxiety, but then you're like, you psych yourself up and you say you gotta do this. What is your ritual for getting ready for a live show?
A lot of ice cold Red Bulls. I always drink a few Modelo's. You know, it's just like getting the nerves calm.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll take like a tiny piece of a Xanax, because it's just like, I just feel sick because I'll have the stomach nervousness. Like I'll feel like I'm about to throw up because I'm so nervous. So yeah, it's all about trying to fix that. Everyone has their own ways, like rituals or whatever, but it's just getting comfortable. You know, trying to like, I have my own a certain outfit I wear. Like I got this custom made jumpsuit and it says dream on the back, so I like wearing that on shows and just being comfy. And I mean, yeah, Fish Tank did help with the anxiety and stuff before the shows too. But yeah, on Fish Tank I was just more confused than anything.
Yeah, just like wondering what the hell was going on or what the challenges would be.
Because it's like, fuck, I'm not like in good shape to be doing these like crazy like athletic challenges like Big Brother and shit.
No, I mean, no, I think you're being hard on yourself. There was nothing that, no, you totally could have done anything they threw at you.
I was like beating myself up for not working out too much before the show, and then, but yeah, Jet told me it was just like regular challenges, and then we're fucking, first night we're picking up rice. Thankfully, my anxiety was so bad, my hands sweat when it's bad, so I was just able to pick up the rice by my
That's awesome.
That was my little trick.
Speaking of Jet, what do you think of Jet now? Like, because did you know of Jet Neptune before the whole show, before Fish Tank was a thing?
Yeah, I would watch him on, he would help Sam with streaming and stuff, and he would do Nick's Scuffed Realtor.
Okay, so you were familiar with Jet.
Yeah, like I that's how I knew about Fish Tank, because I've been following him through the streams and stuff.
Is he the one that interviewed you?
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice. How was it like actually meeting him? What do you think of Jet after the 42 days are said and done?
Jet's the homie. He's sick as fuck. I mean, he's fucking hilarious, and just like all the shit he came up with, and yeah, just like I was always excited to see him because he was funny, and the whole crew is great. Ben is funny as fuck.
Oh fuck yeah, his stories were legendary, I'm sure.
I talked to Ben a few days ago. So yeah, Tax is hilarious, and it's all cool how everyone has their own thing going on.
Yeah.
And that's the magic of it, and that's why what I really appreciate about Sam is that he's able to give all these people a job.
Yeah.
Because
hell yeah.
down to Joey, he used to just be filming Perfect Guy Life for Sam, and now he's on a tour right now. So I mean, that just shows like how helpful he is, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he strikes me as a guy, Sam strikes me as a guy who's very resilient. I mean, someone who's had to deal with the shit end of the stick a lot, and then Jet as well is the perfect right-hand man for him to have. I mean, he just took this whole thing on with stride.
Well, Sam sees potential in people, and he knows who to work with. So.
Oh hell yeah. Do you feel like he did a good job at bringing all of your skills and attributes out to really tackle the world in a different way?
Yeah, I feel like season 2 though, I mean, it's definitely gonna be a lot better.
Oh yeah. How do you feel like they could improve on season 2 though? Like, other than the, you know, the stuff with maybe dealing with their female contestants, how do you feel like they could improve on the show? Like, what could they have done better in season 1 that you feel they should implement on season 2?
There was just little things that like you would notice after a while, like, oh, the tape's not holding up the speakers, just little tweaks like that. Shit.
Maybe more like planned challenges or something like that, not something so sporadic and seem like last minute guesses.
Yeah, I mean, because yeah, that would stress us out too, because it's like, okay, we have this challenge we're about to do, what is it? You know, we just woke up, blah 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 blah. They also need to fix the food situation, because we're down to like, I was eating like the cup ramen all the fucking time. Like, people that can't eat certain food, like me and John, is like difficult for us. Down to when he ate, like, he was just eating the chunk of Spam. Dude, he's the most hilarious motherfucker ever. Just sitting on the couch, and then this motherfucker plops right next to me, handful of Spam, eating it. He didn't know it was pork, and he can't eat pork because it makes him sick. He says it's unholy.
It's haram, is what he says.
It's really unholy and disgusting. He eats every meat besides pork. Yeah,
definitely a character to live with. Holy shit, if there was one of your most entertaining roommates, it would be that guy. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, we want to talk shit on him. He did all the most entertaining shit on the show. Sure, it was a lot of breaking the house, but it was funny. It's great stuff.
Yeah, kept you guys entertained a lot too, because it seemed like there were parts where you guys got a little bored.
Yeah, and it also kept us from having to constantly be a dancing monkey, you know? Let us chill for a second. Oh, great, John's playing up something again. Good, we get to chill.
Yeah. All eyes on John.
The food situation, yeah.
Things went pretty rancid too in there.
Yeah, and then just the trash over and over again, the trash getting poured out, and then there's just smell that would linger. But you know, the thing is that they're trying to piss you off. They're trying to make you uncomfortable. They're trying to make you want to fucking leave.
Yeah.
They want to see how long you can stick it out and deal with all this fucking madness.
I'm surprised you dealt with as much as you did, though. There were at least 2 or 3 times where I was like, man, is she gonna leave? Because this shit would be driving me crazy. Like, they seem to be doing a good job and getting on y'all's nerves.
Yeah, I mean, definitely some of our backgrounds, like in life, helped us. Like definitely my last few living situations helped me. Like my ex would just blast. He had these huge monitor speakers and just blast like this ambient ear music 24/7 while I was trying to sleep, and it is like right by the bed.
Ooh,
so like the self challenge, I was like, dude, whatever. But once John was just doing the Bible thing, I was just like, bro, because it was just so funny and I was so hungry. I had to piss. I had to just do anything and everything, and that was just like, bro. And that was one of the hardest challenges because it's like, you can just open the door and leave.
Yeah.
It was so funny though, getting Letty to piss in that closet, because I told her, I'm like, yeah, do it, who will care? And then she actually fucking did it.
Yeah, that hell room was quite the challenge. God damn, that hell room, like, you guys stayed in there for far longer than I thought. Like, some of the challenges went on a little too long, though. I feel like they should probably have a really set duration for some of the challenges. Which ones do you feel like were a little too long?
Oh, the fucking baby challenge, dude. That was so difficult for me because, I mean, John wasn't even taking care of his kid. He put it in the fucking cupboard with, covered in his rainbow shirt, which that was like the fucking...
And then it ended up in the oven later on, somehow.
Oh my god, that is so funny. After Mara left, I was just like, oh god. That was definitely a really difficult challenge for me too, because it was like fucking with my sleep schedule. It's like the baby's crying, oh, I can't have, there's no one else to like help me with it. Because me and Mara, we figured out he could sleep and I could, like, he could sleep and I could take care of the baby, and then we could like switch off.
Yeah, take turns.
And it worked that one night, and then the next night that shit happened. So yeah. I believe if he was still there, we would have won that challenge. But yeah, I mean, I think I was pretty successful with the challenge wise. I came out with 10 fish bucks. It kind of got down to it where we weren't even telling each other how many we had.
Was it something really nice to be able to finally be around people that you could like openly talk to? Because did things get a little too close to the shoulders and cutthroat at a certain point?
Oh yeah, it got a little too close. Yeah, when we were all fucking chained up together, we had to use the bathroom, and then Vance is on the fucking thing.
I remember that with the long chain that Sam got.
Sucked so bad is that I was on my monthly too, so it was just the worst.
No.
So I was just like, that's why I was like, Jack, can I please just fucking take this shit off for the night? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, thank God, because I'm not sleeping in this.
Yeah, no, that was already too much to be dealing with. Holy shit.
And then I would have loved to do the roast, but we didn't have time to prepare anything. We were like, what, upstairs doing something, and we came downstairs, and then Letty and Simon are all prepared for the roast.
You gotta admire how he would just off the whim, he had barely any prep time, and he would just go out and do a full-on set, you know?
He is hilarious, and he lives like, I think 5-6 hours away from me. He's in Austin and I'm in Tulsa, so we're our states are neighbors, so hopefully I'll catch one of his shows, because I was getting honestly aggravated with him because he just kept saying, I'm gonna leave, and it was like, dude, you're able to leave, we're not. We will feel so guilty if we leave. Like,
there were quite a few days, yeah, he said, like, I'm gonna leave, and then stuck it out another day.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm so happy he did, because that was more content for the viewers and more publicity for him. Yeah, he was hilarious. Chris was hilarious too, but man, when he gets mad, he gets fucking mad.
Yeah, I know.
He bag shit? Oh my god, that was so scary. And we were all like getting drunk, and I'm like, this motherfucker's acting the drunkest. Like, he lost his own bag, because like, then we're looking for it. It's fucking under the couch. Jeez. Under the parts that they were moving. And then Betty's sticking her tits out. He had the broom, and he's hitting the broom in the wall. Ugh, putting holes in the fucking wall. And then Letty got into Betty's special vegan food, and yeah, that was so fucking funny, man.
Did they ever plan a doppelganger for you?
Jet told me he couldn't find one. He said that he did Craigslist and everything, and he just never could find
found
like
one. A good match that would be like sufficient enough.
That's why on my merch it says like unclonable on the back.
Genuine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wish I had a clone. That would have been cool.
How would you have ended interacted with it, would you have like, did you have any plans like of what you would have done to fuck with people if you had a clone like Vance did?
Oh, dude. Yeah, I probably would have just like made it like just be like really fucking autistic and annoying and like just get really drunk and shit. Is it okay? Yeah, cause like, man, like I was so pissed at myself for not winning the drunk piece of shit challenge. Cause man, I've gotten so fucking hammered. God damn it.
I remember
Like,
Lance said that was his least favorite challenge because he was like the house stunk so bad during that challenge.
Yeah, it was, I mean, with the whiskey and then all the trash, we were camping, so it's just all the camping smell, and then we have the porta potty in you know, on the behind the house, like right by the door. So the smell's coming in the house. Yeah, and then we barely had any food. It was fucking insane, yeah. That challenge was, yeah, we were all ready for it to be over. But I guess it was not in any of our hands, because it was just whenever the plumbing was done.
But that was smart of them to do that off a whim, though, because like they even said they didn't expect that to happen, so they were just like, hey, let's fucking make them camp. But it sucked that I felt like they dragged it on because of the plumbing.
Yeah, that and the baby one, because yeah, we were getting so fucking tired of those babies. Because I really did want to like draw on it and like fuck with it, but then they're like, you can't mess with these, and I'm like, okay, is that true though? That's the hardest thing, is was like trying to tell apart what was true and what was not. Because yeah, I know like their comedy and their humor, but I didn't know, I couldn't tell sometimes. Like it was sick meeting the MD guys, because yeah, I mean, people have seen like the pictures from the shoots and stuff now.
You were able to meet like Nick and Charles and everybody?
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. Nick is sick. I actually have one of his candles here.
Oh fuck
It's
yeah.
favorite candle, actually. I've used so much of it. But yeah, he is so nice, and we all hung out after the shoot. I met Alex finally, my biggest fan. Be Nice to Me production, so that was cool to finally meet him, and then seeing Scott finally not on the show.
It was funny because there was a moment where he said you two were dating. Was that just like funny gaslighting, or was it like, did you try and spark something?
Yeah, we're dating.
Oh, right now? Really?
I wish we were. No, Scott, we're, you know, we like each other, but
that's awesome.
It's like we're far, I'm fucking all the way in Tulsa, and,
just different tracks in life right now.
Yeah, exactly, but I do wanna go out there and train, because I would like to fight. You know, everyone has anger in them, and fighting is the best way to get it out.
You seem to really draw from your rage. I love red as well, if you couldn't fucking tell. People always, you know, relate red to like passion and love and anger and whatnot, but I think it's like a raging color.
Red is also the most striking color, the most attention grabbing color. I guess, yeah, in a way my look is a fuck the normal fashion standard or beauty standards, because yeah, I have the crazy makeup, but the red lipstick still symbolizes like beauty in a woman, because you know, you picture a woman, oh, she has red lipstick on, you know, basically how it
the
goes.
Kiss mark, that's one of your signatures.
Yeah, after a while I've noticed that, yeah, if you're gonna make music, you gotta have like your own staples and all that shit.
I think the hat works for you too, because it's a very like, you know, like Che Guevara and stuff, it's like I make my own rules, you know what I'm saying, like a fucking renegade type shit, you know.
I think it's really funny that my hat didn't get touched or anything. I feel like that's something that people probably wanted to fuck with the most.
It was too iconic.
I actually, this isn't the same one. This is a different one. The one that was on the show, when I got back home, I washed it, and my dad was trying to be nice, and he was trying to put my clothes in the dryer, but I can't, you know.
Shrunk down.
Yeah, so it shrunk, and I was thinking about putting it on eBay, and then I'm like, no, I want to keep it, and also that just, you know.
Yeah, nice memories for sure.
Yeah, I kind of got mad at myself that I didn't grab my painting, because that was something I wanted to grab, was the Chiss painting, and then my book, but you know, that's fine. You got plenty of memories now. You got plenty of memorabilia to hold on to, you know, and you also get to talk to them anytime. It was honestly just insane, like seeing people bid with each other over like dinky items, like Josie's throw up shirt got sold. That's insane. I think the person that bought it is like in one of these group chats I got put in, and I think they put it like behind glass or something. I don't remember. Yeah, they posted it up on treating it like a jersey, they said. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, dude. No, I think that this has been a wonderful experience that you gave to all of us. I think that you all really did a wonderful job expressing yourselves and expressing your attributes and all of your abilities that you have to bring to the world. I mean, we've gotten to know so much more about you, and even in this interview, it's an honor to be able to know more of one of the most mysterious fish tank people, because but that was a lovely thing. It's the funny thing is that I'm glad that you caught on to it, because I wanted to have a mysterious persona, but at the same time, I wanted to give advice to people and use my life story and my struggles with mental health and drugs as just to inspire people, because I wish I had someone to do that when I was in a bad headspace.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was hard to juggle both of them, but yeah, I have an interesting lore.
You're very adventurous, and you really go to the wind of your own compass.
I think it's really changed this year. I mentioned this on the show. The last year I had 3 deaths in my family. I lost my cousin on my birthday, laced fentanyl by someone she went to school with since kindergarten. It's insane. It's going around like wildfire. Really talking about it. No one's talking about the Narcan. Yeah, and I told I've been so open with my cousin about my old struggles, and I told her, let me know if you have anything. I thought she wasn't doing any of that. So yeah, finding that out really changed my perspective on life, because she just turned 21.
Was this before the show?
Yeah, this is December 30th.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, that's why I was just kind of like, fuck it, like, what do I have to lose?
Yeah.
You're only, this young for once. So like, I'm about to turn 23 at the end of the year. Like, I want to say I've done something with my life, and so I was just, fuck it all.
Definitely fucking have for a 22-year-old. Be damn proud of yourself.
Yeah, this is the best experience I've ever had, and it is bittersweet though that you can't share memories like this and your accomplishments with your loved ones that's passed on, but they see it though, that I keep having them.
Yeah, not trying to be cheesy, but you, with your actions right now, they have inspired you. With every single action you make and every single piece of art you're putting out there, they are within those fingertips and within that mind.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. I want to really do some like proceeds from like the money I get from my album to do like for fentanyl awareness and stuff.
Yeah. Anything I can do to help, I will absolutely spread that around too, for sure.
I appreciate it, because my aunt, she's been like talking to the mayor of the city it happened in and everything. So there's like a documentary on my cousin that just came out. Yeah, because this stuff is happening everywhere. And it's also this whole like, I love Joey and like the Nod stuff, but that whole culture too right now, it's just like, I said this on my last stream, and I was like, if they're gonna promote the fucking Percocet and Nod culture, at least fucking say Narcan every once in a while, or just spread like awareness story or something. Because I just saw like the 25-year-old from Euphoria passed away just before I here, and I'm like, whoa. He had like mental health problems and substance abuse, so it's just, dude, this.
I had this question planned, but I was a little afraid to ask, so I wanted to kind of keep it on the back burner. Well, because I heard that you were going through a struggle of previous heroin use. And during your show, that was a good time for detox for you, actually, that you took advantage of that as a time for you to get clean, is what people were saying.
No, I've been clean for about 2.5 years now.
Oh, fuck yeah. See, there you go. There you go.
Why people were saying that. I have that's crazy that people are saying that. If anything, I'm using it to not smoke weed. I'm sure they wouldn't have given me put me on the show if I was a fucking heroin addict.
No. Like they thought that maybe you were like you quit a little before and had been recovering or something. But I do commend you on that, because I know that's no easy feat, and for you to even kick that's awesome.
Tracking app that says like and everything.
Hell yeah.
And I posted about it on Twitter too, because it's really helpful. Give you like encouraging positive quotes like every day. It's super cliche, but it's really nice. No.
Sometimes the corniest sayings in our life end up being the most fucking true and sincere.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's why I kind of want to talk about it on the show, because like it's very easy to get help. It really is. Like it's all brain power and shit.
Did you have a nice support system for when you were trying to kick this nasty habit?
No one knew shit. My parents didn't know anything. I was like,
so
really
you did this solo, all on your own?
I didn't go to like a clinic or anything. I had a friend that was getting prescribed subs, so they were just like giving them to me. Yeah, it was more of I talked about this during the disability challenge, because I had Tourette's for a second, and Sam was like, oh, just tell the most traumatic shit that's ever happened to you, and I'm like, okay, cool. But my dealer at the time, he was my ex-heroin dealer. No, he's actually, so he was like going to pick up some shit, and he gets pulled over, and he shoots 2 of the cops, and one of them dies, and now he's like in jail and he's getting the death penalty, and that happened in 2020. That was like my awakening, was like, fuck these people. Like,
yeah, shit got real.
Yeah, shit got way too real. So, and that's
so pretty much like you got a call from like a friend of a friend saying like, yo, Joe Blow ain't gonna be able to make it. This is what happened to him, and you were like, bro, fuck that.
No, bro, I woke up and it was like, you know how alerts have certain colors, like it was like a red alert or a green alert.
Yeah.
Alert on my phone saying there's like a fugitive on the run. No. So he went on the run, and yeah, they found him, and then yeah, it was just crazy because like they still talk about it. Like at my old job, I was just cleaning the tables and I was like just throwing away a newspaper. On the front cover it was like him getting the death penalty, and I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like, man. So yeah, it's just crazy how life changes and stuff. That's why I try to be like very open about my old struggles and stuff. Yeah, and I mean that was like, and also why the comments would hurt me too, the little TTS things, because they were just like calling me a drug addict, and it was like, I've worked so hard like for years, you know. It's like it's kind of why I have that song called Efforts Amount to Nothing, is that's how I feel sometimes. It's like, damn, like why do I keep doing this shit when it amounts to nothing? But it does, you know, it makes you feel good, gives you a purpose.
Yep, and it inspires people, whether you think or not. I don't care how many views you have on there, whether it be like 10, 50, 10,000, you are inspiring or helping somebody. You're helping somebody get through some hard times. And you, with your personal story, I guarantee you there's going to be people older than you and younger than you and the same age that need to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. And like the thing that sucks is like when I was doing that shit, I was like not eating, I was like throwing up every day. And now like this is why I was like kept saying to people giving me shit about my body, I was like, this is my body healthy, like this is my body eating and like not doing drugs that are killing me. Like, well, that's why it's just like, you know, hopefully they'll get the TTSs not so insanely crazy. All doing our own thing right now, and it's really cool because I was wondering what everyone was gonna do after Fish Tank, and mostly everyone's doing exactly what I thought. So, yeah, the Vance song is gonna sound really good.
Oh yeah, we're looking forward to that. A nice Sylvia and Vance collab for sure.
I got it. Did I ever show you this?
Yeah, no, I just saw that a little bit ago. Fuck yeah, representing right there. When did you get that done?
A month and a half ago. I mean, I wasn't fucking around. Like, that's something that's gonna stick with me for the rest of my life. Like, why not get a few of it? Plus, I like the logo. It's red and black.
It's legit fucking cool.
I saw this crazy show the other night. My friend's new band was playing. I've known him since I was 12, and I had to go support him. It was just funny as fuck. We're just in the pit throwing each other around.
That's cool though. You're supporting your people, supporting your friends, you know. And even then, you said you support your fish. I see you tweeting them. I see you doing the comments and everything. You're always really supportive of your fellow artists. That's awesome.
Not enough of us are like that. So I feel like, because I when I like was getting like 100 plays or less like on my SoundCloud, I wanted someone to do that.
Yeah. Someone to be happy for you and want to push you.
Also, some of these people have like helped me in the past, so I want to just help them. That's just the way it should be. Like such a crazy small world. It's just crazy. Work. I mean, the community is like, I was talking to Bleach about this. It's great. Like I was asking him, I'm like, I get my phone back and I just see this great Fish Tank like Sam Hyde community. There's like tons of bad apples in there. I've had to fucking block and stuff. And that's the cool thing about like just being able to do that. Like, why you think that way, but now I'm able to block you. Like I'm not in the house anymore. Like
and it's just like anything else, even in person. You know, there's gonna be shitheads everywhere in every group. You know what I'm saying? But whatever.
I mean, John and Jet talked about this when they went live the other night, was like they block people all the time because there's just people that are just so obsessed with the show, they just just like mystically obsess about it, and just like, bro, like it's over with. Touch like,
grass, man. Get some air.
I mean, like there's tons of shit that, I mean, we were just fucking with each other. There's tons of shit we made up on there that like people are real, and they just like fucking bully us.
Vance is like mining company dad and all that shit.
It's season 2 is gonna be crazy.
Fuck yeah.
I'll show you my first piece of anything I bought with my fish bucks, which Sam was actually kind of not too happy about. This was like $400. This is the guy that tried to shoot Reagan or Nixon.
What the fuck?
On Hinickley, but
holy shit.
It's a rare piece of his art because he usually draws cats. He usually paints cats, but this is actually actually like boobs and like a rib cage. So it's pretty morbid because he was like obsessed with Jodie Foster. He was trying to get her attention, so he thought, oh, if I kill the president, I'll get her attention.
That's fucking nuts.
Homie just went to jail for like 50 years. But funny enough, he's from Oklahoma, which I found out a few days ago. Yeah, like I think this was an investment on my end.
A little something to start and pop off the murder collection, huh? Murder artist.
Yeah. But yeah, also another thing I've been doing is I have let me go get that. I have my special, because I said I was gonna do this. I have my special fish tank art.
Oh, what
that
the fuck?
I got printed from the show, signed, and these I saw them at my Sylvia shows. So.
That's so dope.
And then I have just like I printed some collages out too, but I try to keep them mostly my fish tank art. Like this is the collage I started the first night. Yeah, this is before the rice challenge too. And then this is actually the one is like him popping out of the chicken and dumplings.
That's fucking sick.
Dude, those smelled so bad.
Oh yeah, the chicken and dumpling things?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to work on the food more. Maybe have like someone who can actually like fucking cook in there, or like bring in someone who's a paid chef. Just be like, come on, just fucking cook a meal every now and then.
We had Chris in there.
Oh yeah, true. Alex Stein whipped up a couple of things. John would whip up his half raw meat.
No, the chicken he would make was actually pretty good. I actually make his recipes sometimes at home. Funny enough, I made it for my mom the other night. But I put a lot of more seasoning in it.
Yeah, I seen his was needed a little bit more flavor.
And then Daniel's a good cook too. Those burgers he made were super good.
Yeah, like he was constantly whipping stuff up. I was like, man, at least y'all have him to cook stuff right now.
Yeah, he is hilarious.
He's doing really good with his music too.
Dude, yeah, the song with Christ Dillinger is so good.
Yeah,
I've played that song so many times. It's so catchy.
He really sticks to his style too. Like he does his thing.
It gets me pumped up. But yeah, Chris just needs to do the Simple Man cover, dude. He's missing out.
Is there anything that you would like to shout out or plug into the audience before we go ahead and wrap up today?
Schizoid Media, they sent me 4 fucking shirts and then this huge flight risk. Well, not a flight risk, which I thought that was super funny because that's my name on Twitter. So yeah, check out them. I got my album coming out on the 27th, album release show on the 28th. I do my streams. I stream Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. I stream Saturday 5 p.m. Central Time, and then somewhere in between I'll do a secret stream. What else do I have?
No pressure.
If you're on Fish Tank Season 2, don't wear white socks. Only wear black socks, because then everyone will clown on you how dirty your feet are.
Them dirty ass floors.
Yeah, literally. Like, also bring like maybe 3 pairs of shoes, because you're gonna lose like definitely a pair of your shoes. So
I remember people were getting on to they would always make jokes about how John's feet were really dirty and stuff, and like, don't get feet like John.
Yeah, he was always showing his toesy woesies.
Oh man, seems like out of this whole experience, you just off a whim joined this a 24-hour live stream show, something that you would have never fathomed, where you would meet what seems to be like new family members. You got so close, you gained these new experiences, you have fans, you've launched your music career even more so. Compared to the first week in there, you seem like just a lot more confident and standing upright, ready to tackle your missions.
Yeah, Fish Tank definitely put a fire under my ass that I've been eating for a while. You know, it's hard in the world. You get depressed, you overthink, but you know, Fish Tank's forever. Family is forever.
Hell yeah.
With something that was on the wall since day one, which, funny enough, man, anyone just support everyone's shit.
Sam's got his big fight coming up with the doc too. Gonna have to support that.
Thank you, Dr. Disrespect, for saving Fish Tank. And I wanted to mention it was so hard for me to sleep in there because I knew something was going on, and I knew if I was out of the loop, then everyone else would lie to me about it.
Yeah.
ETS would lie and shit. So I wanted to always know and be aware of what was going on, because then I'd, not be in the loop. Yeah, if I was sleeping during the Simmons shit, I would totally be out of the loop. Man. And then, yeah, like, back to the sound. Sorry, I have like a few last things things.
You're good. No, take your time. We're not in any rush.
What I've been trying to do also is just like juggle all the different shit I'm doing, because it is kind of getting overwhelming.
Oh yeah, like with the streaming and like making the music and the album, and then also trying to like keep up fish tank stuff.
Yeah, and then like I trying to do my merch, and then like Shopify is just like taking forever. So yeah, and then I'm gonna try to start doing like gaming streams and stuff.
Nice.
It's just a little difficult because I just have like the handheld Switch, and then I just have my Mac.
Maybe, you know, with your stream, that's an honest intention right there for content. So you could just be like, hey, I have this plan, I want to do gaming streams, but I don't have a setup, but you guys can help me get that set up, you know?
Definitely, yeah, they definitely helped me get this chair. Yeah, it's not like a gaming chair, I just want to do like a nice office chair, recliner. Yeah, they've been very helpful with donations, because I mean, like Vance and Josie, like they're monetized, so it's like with me, like right now my money income is streaming, my website, my merch, and my music. So thankfully I haven't had to start a job again, thanks to Fishtank, and I think we're all just doing that. I know Morrow has a job right now though. I don't think Morrow's interested in streaming. We were supposed to have Morrow on me and Letty's drinking stream. I mean, he knew about it for a few days too, and then he gets on there, he's like in the middle of nowhere with his cousins, and his reception sucks, and he didn't even know how to like join the thing, and like he was cutting in and out, and like it was lagging, so it was just bad. And
yeah,
I mean, with Morrow, I love him, but like, yeah, just watching him run out of the house after Frank Castle is just crazy.
Yeah, that was, he definitely pulled the trigger way too soon.
Because the idea I was under was he was gonna be fine with it, because they kept in contact or something, and like he was fine. Like I guess they talked on Twitter or something, in like a Twitter space. I think they like fought something. So, and then he was telling me it was fine and that nothing's gonna go wrong. And you know, that just made me sad, because I'm like, I wasn't there when he left, but I was like, damn, like 2 times, you know? Cause I feel like people are just mad at him because, like I said with this is what I said when the Simmons thing happened, there could have been someone there to fill that position.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many people that would fucking love to be on that. So
yeah, it was a little weird. It seemed like he just kind of got on there and was just ready to leave immediately, but he should have taken that as a second opportunity to really like show himself out and gain more of a following.
With Frank, like he's a difficult troll. He's not like Sam or Jet or the Sharks.
Yeah.
He just really fucks with you head on, and the only way to really fuck with him back is to do the same. And like that's why people were saying, like, when I got pretty drunk and was just fucking with him, people were like, I woke up the next day and they're like, you Frank, and I'm like, what? That was like the most insane thing ever, because like I didn't get blackout drunk. Like I kind of forget what I was saying when I was doing like my whole like playing up my madness and everything, because yeah, I had the whole like, okay, fuck it, like everyone else is kind of freaking out, let me do my fucking freak out, like
yeah. Everybody else is being schizo, why can't I?
So yeah, I like woke up and I was like, okay, I know I didn't do that, because if I did, like I wouldn't be here. I'd get kicked off the show because that's a liability. Like, but yeah, like there's so much shit to talk about. Like we got swatted. I mean, that was the scariest thing ever.
Oh yeah, because they woke y'all up too with all that stuff too.
I don't know. I think maybe some of us are sleeping. There was a time it did happen at night. It happened
more than once. Fuck.
Yeah, I think they showed it. I thought they showed the second time. Yeah, I mean, it was, and coming from Oklahoma, I'm used to cops and shit. They're not nice. So like I had like a really bad panic attack when like it happened.
Yeah,
like,
because they had guns drawn and everything.
Dude, yeah, like my pants were falling down and I had to pull them up, and I took my hands down for a second, bro. They could have fucking shot me.
Man, that was crazy though. It's a good thing you guys got through the whole experience though, and like that everything kind of fizzled out or whatever, but god damn, that definitely would be quite an experience, waking up guns drawn in your face and you don't know what's going on. Out of all the people to deal with, like out of all the fish, the freeloaders and everybody, do you think that Frank was just like the ultimate, like he was the hardest, most difficult one to deal with?
Oh yeah, that's the whole season goal, was what, to unlock Frank House.
Unlock Frank.
I mean, he's the biggest just fucking trolled it. I mean, there's a reason why his videos keep getting deleted off YouTube, because he just fucks with people so hard. People question their sanity for watching it. I mean, and Frank, the funny thing is I would always show people his shit. Like, I'd show my coworkers it, and they're like, what the fuck? Why do you watch this shit? I'm like, because it's funny. Like, he's just really fucking with people. And then, like, it's just funny. Like, I never would have thought that I would get hassled.
He seems like someone that, like, yes, it's in character, he's really playing on the act, but he seems like he's also, like, kind of like Sam, where he knows when someone's kind of getting broke down, because, I mean, the way he comforted Chris when he was having his little breakdown, I was like, dude, that is, like, the soft side right there.
I didn't even see it, because, you know, it was hard to see. Yeah, it's another thing that I was like, damn, I can't wait to get out of the house and just, like, watch the shit I couldn't see, like, Vance being schizo in the room for hours and shit, and, like that, yeah. I got off the show and then watched it, I'm like, damn, and then people were, like, making anime versions of them.
No,
but yeah, Aaron Daddy, he needs to get back in it. You know, I see him posted on YouTube, but I don't know. I think it's kind of like a little bit of a dead subscriber issue from being on YouTube for so long.
Yeah. Do you feel like with MDE and like the MDE2 with season 2 coming out, do you feel like they're gonna have even more fan base than before, considering Fishtank.Live and everything, and maybe even more of a newer demographic of fans?
Definitely, the stuff that was shot season 2 is insane.
Because I know you can. Yeah, I was about to say, I know you can't reveal too much, but is it something, do you feel like it's going to be a bigger hit?
Way more controversial, insanity, amazing, brilliant, comedic insanity.
That's like, really cool that you got to be a part of that just by being a part of Fish Tank.
Yeah, I mean, I never would have guessed. It was insane to meet Charles and ask him about, like, my favorite sketch, like, which was him and John Moss, and then Eric Hayden about the CEO sketch, which I love.
Oh, I love that one. Hell yeah.
Which I love that band. Yeah, I found those bands through MDE. So yeah, it's really full circle. A lot of full circle experiences in the past a few months. And yeah, meeting Vance was like, so it's so insane. That was like so cool that there's another artist in the house and we know the same music artist. We had a bunch of stuff we could just talk about.
Feel like you found like a new creative brother.
Yeah, definitely, in a way. He's hilarious, and it's always great talking to him. It's great talking to John too. Daniel's funny. I haven't really talked to him on the phone. Yeah, all the gaslighting they would do is just so insane. Just
I
going
heard
back.
that the estrogen jelly was actually just like regular, like that everyone gassed up that to be estrogen jelly when it was just like a regular weird smelling jelly, is what Lance was saying.
I don't know, because it was actually like bee whatever stuff. It had like a whole ingredients list on the back and stuff.
Was it really was it like skincare stuff, or was it like,
I don't know. He said that he would rub it in his cuts and his wounds and stuff. I don't fucking know. He said it was like he uses it for everything.
The thing with Simmons, the whole chime thing, how did you discover that? And then also, did you really like email and contact Chime about the whole Simmons escapade?
Yeah, it was more of like, dude, why the fuck do you have this guy knowingly writes these books about how to groom your campers as a camp counselor? It's just insane. Like, so yeah, someone sent it to me. There's this person in the chat of one of my streams mentioned it, and then they like said something on Twitter. It was like multiple times they mentioned it, and it took a few tries to get my attention, and then they sent me the link. Yeah, I'm like 14 fucking minute video of him and his roommate like talking with his fucking money saving company? I don't fucking know. Money laundering, whatever. But yeah, I was just like, I sent it to Vance and Scott and Bleach, and I was like, what the actual fuck? Yeah. And then
it just popped up somewhere random on YouTube for you?
No, the guy that kept telling me to watch it, I was like, send it to me. Right? I said link.
Yeah. Oh, so they already knew about it.
Yeah, so it seems like maybe one of the because they were running it as an ad on YouTube. So it seems like maybe a fish tank watcher, sadly enough, was just enjoying their night, and then they got a fucking YouTube ad with
That's crazy. That's so crazy that Chime would even look into that. What I wonder is, what interest did they find with Simmons and be like, yeah, this guy's going places.
Well, they needed obviously diversity, and it probably was a Craigslist listing. There's a bunch of posts like that in LA. That's people try to do that for their job. You know, that's why people move to LA.
He's just such a weird character, though. I mean, it's just like even with the skit that was done with
yeah, Dr. Goldberg.
Yeah, that was just like what the fuck, dude? Like, it was like he was trying to take everything that he thought Sam was about and tried to exaggerate it.
It was so insane because at first he didn't want to wear the clothes. I think it was like at first he didn't want to wear, I don't know, there's so much shit that happened, but yeah, when he put on the clothes he got so into it and it was just so weird and creepy. Yeah, and then just the fact that he fucking took my fishnets back home with him. Like,
he's never got those back. Then again, who would want those back? Jesus.
I know, he did not want those back. Literally, like, I threw the dress away. I was like, no.
Yeah,
I can wear one.
Got Simmons germs.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, it was just so insane. And then getting literally one of the first things I saw on YouTube when I got my phone back, I went to YouTube Shorts and I saw Simmons doing the fucking in the roller skates or rollerblades dressed up as
that was fucking creepy.
It was just so fucking weird. Like I actually played it on one of my streams because it was just like it's like a dark web video or something.
Literally.
Yeah, and then I went on his Instagram and I scrolled like all the way to the bottom and he has like pictures at like red carpet events and like picture with Caitlyn Jenner and just all this weird shit. So yeah, that's probably how he got that job, was he probably just used whatever shit he did before Fish Tank as a reference.
That's what I'm wondering is like, just I don't know, that guy is just a complete fucking mystery because it's almost like he's not even like a real human being with the way how much stuff he's involved in and how many places he ends up being. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I just knew it was weird, but by the way he dressed, and that says a lot from coming from someone like me. It was just like I've mentioned this a few times, he'd wear his pants inside out and I'd ask why. I'd be like, because at first I thought he didn't know. I'm like, dude, why are your pants are inside out? Like, you know, fix them. He's like, oh, I wear them that way because I'm allergic to the fabric. It's like, bro, why don't you wear different pants then?
Just
like,
get a different pair.
Yeah, but no, homie wore those pants all 9 days he was there, and then the fucking he had the American Crocs Crocs with an American flag on it, and they were like so like just faded and like old. Yeah, he was just.
It's almost like he was created by a spell that went wrong, and he just walked out of the magician's lair and just decided to start acting.
He's definitely a character written by like Tommy Wiseau or something.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's just like off the fucking walls bonkers. Like I don't know. It's not half the time it's funny and then half the time it's just I'm confused. You know?
I definitely knew that he wasn't gonna go far in the game, but I had no idea that it was gonna go.
What was it like seeing all of that and hearing all of that and being right next to him when Sam was inside and exposed the whole thing? Because I remember he had his phone, because I have that on video where he was like reading the stuff and you were like, what the fuck? And he was like, what's this picture? And he went like this and showed you and Moro.
Yeah,
like,
it's deleted now, but it was just like an old like little Asian kid just like wearing pants up to here, and like all the hashtags were like hashtag cute, hashtag sexy, hashtag, and it's like it was like felt like some Pizzagate shit. Like I felt very sick to my stomach just knowing that I lived with someone like that. I started to look at the other castmates also in a weird light. Like it was, I feel like everyone felt that way. We all felt sick to our stomach.
Was there maybe even a point where it was like, bro, what the fuck did we sign up for, you know?
Really? Yeah, I felt that. I felt really just wanted to hit him.
Oh but yeah, I could tell.
Well, I knew that would break the contract, and then I would leave too. So I didn't want that to happen. Yeah, I sang Corn, and then like after that happened, we're just all in silence. Like, what the fuck just happened? And you know, they want to leave us upstairs and talk about everything, but it's like we're all just speechless. Like, there's really nothing to talk about. We all went through the same thing. Like, we're all just, what the fuck? And I was also just like, this is definitely not a joke, you know, because they went on this far, because TTS all day was freaking out about that.
Steady trying to expose them. Day by day, they were getting closer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how he still has a social media, you know,
presence in general.
Yeah, and also, like, he had, like, 3 different phones, because
Really?
when we were able to get our phone out for that one like hour, he had like 2 different phones, and you can see it in the picture I took of him that he has like, he's holding 2 phones. He would always like, he's just too touchy. Like the pulse thing was weird.
Yeah, he was very gropey with Vance with the skit too.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And then Vance told me, you know, me and John, and I had no clue that happened, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, and that pissed me off too. And then finding that out, it was like a combination of like a few things.
Yeah, because I remember the time when he was massaging John in the living room too. I felt so bad.
And then you know, John doesn't know any better.
Right, and he's a Tate fan too, because this is what I talked about with Vance, was like John being a Tate fan and being like super into like masculinity, that probably hurt his ego very badly.
Oh, of course. That's why when that went on, he just didn't believe it at first when it was first coming, because, you know, he probably thought, oh, well, look at Andrew Tate. He has all these allegations against him.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it was y'all's housemate, so I understand why if anybody at first was just trying to be a good person and trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, saying, hey, you know, it could be gaslighting, it could be TTS being shitheads, let's not be, it's like you didn't want to be witch hunters, so you wanted to stick to facts.
The whole thing, like, it's a huge accusation of like, that is life ruining. But we were like, okay, these guys, they have, you know, can look this up. We can't look it up. They know, you know, so of course they weren't fucking around.
Yeah, I did a pretty deep dive and research myself, and unfortunately all those books and all that stuff, that's all I found was just nothing but disturbing things that I'm not gonna say, oh, I have evidence that he is a or something, but that's pretty fucking strong, you know.
It was definitely how to groom people, and that, like, coming from someone that has been, you know, groomed, it was just very just like, get the fuck out of here. Like, it's so noticeable and blatant what you're doing. And just the fact that he was laughing about it, trying to make, like, joking his way out of the house.
Yeah, he got snippy being all, oh, I don't want to go.
That's why I started yelling. I'm like, well, I think I yelled, well, we don't want to, I said, we don't fucking want you here or something. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, we already have, like, Sam already has such a target on his back.
No, for real. Like, that's the last thing that a guy like that needed. But, you know, Sam's smart too, because you could tell he checked with his lawyer and checked all the stuff because he even said, he was like, well, legally I can't say that he did, but I can say he needs to get the fuck out of this house.
I was going to say, I don't know what the hell this Sam's tweet was about.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't fucking know. Also, I don't know if it's him or not, because he did you see he posted, he went live, like, and he was practicing boxing.
Yeah, and his,
I forgot who posted it, but I saw that and I was like, oh damn, he's getting ready to fight me because I got his chimes partnership.
Because he exposed them.
That was so insane, because I didn't know for like a few days that it got taken down until someone told me, and then I checked and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. People found the video and just started leaving comments on it.
What the hell is his plan this time? You know what I mean? Like, is there something that Sam's setting up? Maybe some secret Simmons fight or something? Or is this motherfucker just trying to be all, oh, look at me, I'm working out now?
I don't know. I don't think Sam wants anything to do with
good
Sam or anything.
Good.
But yeah, I asked the same question. I sent that to this group chat we're all in, and I'm like, who is he planning on boxing? Yeah, he was like a fucking noodle. I was also a little afraid that John, like, might just beat him up or throw him through the fucking window, because I know we all wanted to do that.
Yeah, I mean, because as I said, when Sam started putting on those white gloves, when he was getting all snippy saying, I don't want to go, and Sam was like, all right, he started putting on his little Jason Goldstriker white gloves, and I was like, bro, is Sam about to fucking grab him and toss his ass out the house? I was like hoping he would, but at the same time I was like, nah, he won't put himself in any legal trouble like that, but he should.
Self-defense situation.
Yeah. No, I was really happy when he left, though. I was glad that you guys finally got rid of that dark cloud, but it was really cool of Jet to actually, like, try and console and talk with you guys, though, you know, rather than being like a dick about it, you know.
The thing is that Jet, Tax, and Ben, they lived with us too.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all big family. Like, it was hard for them not to get attached to us. They're watching us 24 hours a day. Their job is basically to, like, protect us.
Mm-hmm.
We were afraid of people coming to the door once the shit got leaked, which was super scary, because we get the knock Or little do we know, it's just DoorDash for them in the basement.
Downstairs, yeah.
And we're scared, and we're like, John's grabbing a knife, and like, bro, John, you're really gonna defend us.
Hey, John was prepared.
Yeah, he's a homie, bro. He's so funny.
Yeah, what a good guy though. I mean, he's another one that definitely grew on everybody, because I mean, he seems like someone who can be a little over the top, a little bit annoying, but he's that drunk friend who's like being a dickhead to everybody, but you're like, this is my buddy, I got him, you know, you carry him out to the car, and then they pass out, and the next day you're like, hey there, bud, you have a long night?
Oh my gosh, yeah. The thing about John is that it's super hard for him to control his actions because of his autism.
Yeah.
He really talked about it on the show, and you know, that led to the mustard incident, the whole incident, many other incidences.
Yeah. At least he was very honest and upfront about it. A lot of people wouldn't have the courage to be so honest about that, you know, and I think at first he wasn't, but once he got to know you guys and, you know, got closer to you guys, I think he was a lot more comfortable with it.
Yeah, John is definitely the first person I really talked to in the house, because we both couldn't sleep the first night.
Yeah.
Just were talking, and then we tried to watch Stuart Little, and then me and John were like talking through the whole thing, just like saying like dumbass jokes and stuff.
Just seems like such a sincere guy though, like, you know, like he just won't bullshit you, you know.
He's so sweet. Like he's gonna be a great dad and husband one day.
This is something that if I did have the chance to interview him, one thing I always wanted to tell him, even when I was watching the show, I personally think that he should stop. Now this is gonna sound a little pretentious, but I think he should stop looking up to Andrew Tate, because I think he's better than Andrew Tate.
John has his own he gets his news from all these crazy places. It's great. It's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah.
He needs to do his own motivational little like edit videos, because I see him posting them and stuff. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah, I think he could be better than Tate.
Exactly. Like, and people think I'm joking, but John has really opened my eyes to religion. I tweeted about it, like, and then I had some people saying, oh, I'm just being sarcastic, which I'm fucking not.
Yeah.
But I've been like finding myself like thanking God for my position of where I am in life and everything, and all the opportunities I've been given because of Fish Tank. So, you know, I want to thank him for that. But yeah, hopefully you can get him on here, because yeah, I know me and him were definitely the two fishes that grew on people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's a big message I get, is a lot of people saying like, I didn't like you at first and all this stuff, but
and that's why I make sure to tell you, it's not that I didn't like you, but because you know, it was just, I could tell you were just feeling, it's kind of like when someone feels out the room at a party.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. And also we had the whole imposter thing. So I was trying to pick up on people's patterns.
Yeah.
And I was also trying to stay quiet myself, that way no one really suspects me.
Yeah.
Being quiet made people suspect me more, so I was just like, fuck. And then we never even found out who it was. So it was just, they would do a lot of things like that, and it would really take up our mind. Our thinking time, because you had John just always thinking about it, always thinking. He was like, oh, and we'd just be having a conversation about something totally different.
All
he's like,
along John's the plant.
what if Vance is the imposter? And I'm like, dude, I don't know. And you know,
all along there's like no imposter at all. It was just like a tactic to keep everyone at bay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was. I know there was, but I can't reveal it.
Yeah, I asked, because I told Vance, I was like,
it wasn't me though.
So when John was leaving, he gave you a hug goodbye, and Vance was like, hey, can I talk to you upstairs?
Oh yeah. I didn't see.
So Vance basically had a one-on-one with him, and he was basically like, hey, just so you know, this was all because of the competition. All this like was just an act and stuff.
Yes, he's so respectful. That's
he's
something
a sincere person.
Admired about him, is how sincere he is, because he was the one I trusted the most in the house. 100%. I wanted it to be us two at the end, and we agreed on that. That's what we wanted. But we also said, if not us, Josie, because, you know, it got down, Daniel wasn't there. But yeah, I mean, there was a time TTS was really fucking with me, and then they kept saying Van Slide, and then they put that note in the couch, and that really started fucking with me, because I'm like, okay, Vance is like the only person I have in the house. Now I feel like I can't trust him, and it's literally was so hard for me to do, was pull Vance aside in the kitchen and tell him, like, I don't think I can trust you anymore. I could could feel he felt bad. And I told him, I said, it's nothing you've done. It's just the TTS and it's fucking with me. But I know Vance was not the plant. I wasn't.
He's someone who believes he wants to see his fellow person do better and well. And that's another thing I love about him, is because other people get jealous or hateful or spiteful or, the whole nine.
And I'm the same. I think that's why we're super alike, is because we both want people to succeed.
Yeah. Because John told him, he was like, yeah, you might want to work on your spying a little bit. And I was like, oh, fuck. And so I talked to the Vance. I was like, so were you the plant? Because he pretty much said that, oh, you might want to work on your spying. He was like, no, I think because of Team Evil, that's what he meant, because Team Evil was spying on him and Letty to get them out before Team Evil. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. As far as plant wise, there was a big rumor that Letty was not only a plant, but like a paid worker with Sam and MDE, because there was something about like, oh, it was like set up for her to win or something, until Josie just had a big fan base.
I've never heard that one. That's a pretty crazy one. In the first week, I thought Letty or Josie was gonna leave, because the thing that really, I told you this before, pissed me off is when people didn't want to be there. Because, I'm a big fan of MD.
Yeah, people auditioned.
So many people auditioned.
Yeah.
And I'm just still like, I don't know how the fuck I got on. And then just hearing her be like, oh, I had to go to, a psychic, that just pissed me the fuck off. Ella was supposed to be on, instead of her. Because they wanted Ella. They originally picked Ella, but then she was only 20. She wasn't 21 yet. So they had to find another girl, and I think that's where they got Letty from. She's so fucking nice. I have a lot in common with her. Really big music taste-wise, too.
Yeah.
She hangs up, like, dead flowers on her wall too and shit. We're very similar in ways. Another thing, send love to Ella. She's getting so much hate right now for some reason. Like, they keep getting her Twitter taken down. So she's still under like Oka Blue. It's just, I guess, people on 4chan. So yeah, like, I know the whole 4chan thing and how people are on there, so they probably just dislike her. But yeah, it sucks. Like, this, I think she's on her 3rd or 4th Twitter account right now.
Damn.
So it's hard for her following to keep up when her accounts keep getting deleted. Yeah, the freeloaders are gonna go crazy this season. I'd like to see Leafy, because I saw that he tweeted he's a big fan of Fishtank.
Crazy comeback with Leafy.
That would be so insane. It's definitely the perfect spot for him right now with the crazy stuff he's been saying online. I don't agree with it at all. Trans rights are human rights. Yeah, and that's something that people didn't like. I guess the chat was going crazy when I mentioned my ex and my ex roommate was trans. I guess they didn't like that. I don't want like what's that guy, Too Mad or whatever? That's something, Jet said something about joke. Even if he's joking,
about
I'm like,
him being on season 2?
Yeah, I mean, he just had those allegations, which, like, I saw that stuff. I mean, he's joking about it, so I wouldn't want him to be on there. I'm like, literally, like, Fish want nothing to do with you. Like, he commented on Maro's post. I don't know if you saw that.
Mm-mm.
And Maro was just like, he tweeted like, we already had one pedophile in Fish Tank, we don't need another.
Oh, burn.
I don't know if he deleted now, because Maro, like, the thing about Maro, I love him to death, but when you dish the hate, you gotta take it back.
You gotta have thick skin.
Yeah, because, I mean, obviously that was gonna upset his fan base, so his fan base is gonna come and attack him in Maro in the tweet. So, but yeah, I mean, I feel like the girls like Ella and Letty and Betty need support. People are just still being so mean to them. I get like being insecure, you don't want to show your face online and shit, but that's literally all the people that say the shit to us. They don't have profile pictures, anything, and it's just like, you can't let it get to you. Like, I just block people when they like constantly keep saying stuff, because it's like, okay, you're just on my page to hate me. And it's funny because most of the people that like say mean shit, they follow me, so it's just like,
it's like, you must have no fucking hobbies. Yeah,
exactly.
Your haters are gonna always speak first, but that's the thing is, well, hey, I must have done something to captivate you, you know? And when you call them out on that, then they're like, no, I don't care about your stuff.
The community is great, besides those few rotten apples.
Right, besides the few, there is a fantastic amount of people, though. There are so many people that have come together, from clippers to thumbnail makers to graphic designers, and making the shirts.
Yeah, like I got a Still Races design on my site. He did one for the new Fish Tank stuff, and then Ask Death to Live, he did all my new logos. And he did some for Skippy. I know he made one for Jet. I don't know if Jet saw it, but I had to tell Vance that, yeah, it was me in the TTS saying, hey, it's Sylvia, Vance for the win. So
Hell
it was,
hell yeah.
I was watching, but yeah, 31 days, I did it. You know, it was hard to be entertaining all the time, because literally, like, TTS and what they brought from the basement were the only things we had to really,
stimulate yourselves by any chance, yeah.
Yes, stimulate, yes. And yeah, they'd bring us the Uno and then take it away. Like
Right, yeah.
So yeah, like, when it's just all that negativity coming to you, it's really hard to stay positive.
Yeah.
So,
and not
like,
to mention you're being filmed every angle 24/7, so you can't even go to sleep or wake up or take a shower without knowing you're about to walk into cameras.
yeah, and that's something very difficult with someone that has body dysmorphia, which I was also really, like, open about on the show. I talked a few times about it. It's hard, and it was very, very, very hard to see those camera angles and everything, and then hear the comments. So yeah, I mean, and not that many people with this disorder, like, go on reality shows, because it's hard.
Do you feel like facing this tough challenge of actually looking at that both in the house and out the house, has that helped you any? Has that helped you overcome this body dysmorphia even in the slightest?
No, it's definitely given me more motivation and stuff. Because before, like, I got in the house, I wasn't really, like, working out too much. I was still, like, getting over the passing of my cousin, and I was just like, fuck. So yeah, like,
just taking your time.
And stuff. So yeah, it's just kind of lit a fire under my ass.
That's good though. I mean, sometimes we need those hard lessons, or like a little bit of a rough surface to kind of smooth us out, get us back on track.
Exactly. Yeah, because you can lose yourself, man. Like,
damn right.
Getting best and just fucking eating chips.
So hey, you know what? Speaking of that, that's actually one of my questions was, how do you handle a bad day?
Okay, on my bad days, I get up, I like to drink some water, and then you make your bed. Making your bed will put you at, like, a good headspace. I've been making my bed, like, every morning, and it helps me for some reason. If you light your favorite candle, I get, like, on TikTok or something, I text a few friends, look at memes. Yeah, just talking to friends, like, going out, getting some fresh air. Like, the other day, I was, like, feeling like shit, so I was gonna go to the museum, but then the museum was closed. So just getting out, like, doing things you like, skating, like, the sun, getting some sun, because yeah, the vitamin D will really help you. It does wonders. Like, that was one of the things. Yeah, season 2, they need vitamin D.
For sure.
They need vitamin supplements.
Maybe like one area with a sunroof that they're allowed to stand in at an allotted time. 30 minutes in the sun.
Dude, yeah, because yeah, me and Vance were like, oh my gosh, there's actually a window that's not covered. So we would just stand there and, like, we're just like,
yeah, I'm sure it helped though.
But yeah, they need, like, medication time.
Yeah, some light. Yeah.
Time. Just watch your favorite comfort movie. You can splurge and eat your favorite comfort meal or something. I put on, like, a good movie. I love putting on Seinfeld. Like, the other day I was really sad. I just put on Seinfeld and I hung out with my cat and we just cuddled, and I think I got like Taco Bell or something.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, take a nice bath. I use the Lush bath bombs, the black one, so it makes your bubble bath black and it looks super comfy.
Like, yeah, you're bathing in primordial ooze.
Yeah, that was something funny John would do too. He would get, like, his way of escaping was going to take a bath, and it was just like, why would you take a bath in there?
Yeah, that's actually,
it was before it got really nasty though.
Yeah.
It's like,
did the bathrooms really get, like, that bad? I've only seen one picture that they had in the bathroom, but that was way before it ended.
They got disgusting. I think Josie was the only one that changed the little trash can, the mini trash can in the bathroom upstairs, and it got to the point where you couldn't even throw trash away because it was just overflowing. I think there was, like, shit wiped on the walls at one point. The mirror fell off the whatever hangers it was on the wall. I forgot, it was like screwed, like held by screws.
Yeah.
And John trying to find the quarters for the machine, and then I guess Daniel tried to fix it because it was, like, slanted.
They never went back to those quarters.
Yeah, that was super fun. That was a fun thing, a fun scavenger hunt. But yeah, I guess John was going around, like, making everything uneven in the house, and then Daniel was running around trying to fix it, and I guess he was trying to fix the mirror, and then the mirror fell in the bathroom, and it sounded so crazy. Like, it sounded like an earthquake. So we were all like, what the fuck was that? And then we go upstairs and see the mirror fell, and, like, it didn't didn't
shit.
fall on the floor, it like fell on the counter.
Yeah.
It stayed there the whole show.
No shit.
Yeah, it was funny. The bathrooms just got like the floor just got gross. Cause you know, we're tracking all that shit into all the other rooms.
Yeah. Plus all the moisture in there.
Yeah, and then down to when we started getting people were paying $500 to throw shit on us. And that's when the house got really dirty.
I'm surprised that your sense of smell is still intact.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully Josie had no sense of smell. Cause it sucks, cause then like it fucks when you eat.
Yeah.
Like when you eat, cause you're like, what am I eating? Like, is this milk expired or not? Like,
Yeah. There was a time though, whenever the goat and Chris's belly button around that time, she said she could smell a faint smell from his belly button, but not too much. And I was like, damn, it had to be bad then.
Cause she couldn't smell the trash when there were like 17 filled up bags of trash. She couldn't smell that. She couldn't smell the fart spray, which was literally smelled just like straight up human like diarrhea. It would just smell
Damn.
so. And Frank was just drenching our
Yeah,
bed.
he was spraying the fuck out of it. I think it ran out.
Yeah, well, I actually sent a TTS saying where the bottle was, where the rest of the bottle was. No one picked up on it. They thought it was fake. Once everyone left the room, I went to the hiding spot where he said it was at, and I found it. Before I left, I believe I gave it to Morrow to use on someone.
Did he ever do it?
I don't think he did. I don't know.
There was
Yeah,
one time where I thought you were going home, and you might have thought the same thing too. There was only one time I thought you were gonna go home whenever it was late at night when Tax had to go through the trash.
Dude, yeah. Man, I was so pissed. I was like, okay, she's gonna do that to me. I'm gonna shit on her clothes.
Bro,
So
I thought you were smoking. Like, I thought you had like a weed vape or something that you were hiding. I was like, what the fuck?
No, dude. I literally told Tax, I'm like, dude, no. I shit on her Team Letty shirt, and then I left it out, and then I felt bad, so I threw it away because I was like, no, that's against my morals.
Yeah, it's like I've gone too far.
It was me, because I knew doing that. After I did that, I was like, okay, I just started a whole fucking war.
Yeah, like you opened up something. It was like, okay, no.
All my shit, all of her shit, it's going away. It's all gonna be trash. So I was like, so I threw it away, and I was trying to be sneaky about it so no one could try to figure out what I did, because she left her clothes in the bathroom and she kept asking where they were, and I'm like, they're in the fucking bathroom. She never got them, and I was out of toilet paper, and I wasn't fixing to fucking ask any. So I saw the shirt. I opened it up to see if there's any toilet paper, and I saw her shirt. So I was like, okay. And then, yeah, I felt bad, so I threw it away. And then, yeah, like, I guess they thought I was smoking or doing heroin or something. So Tax had to go through the trash, and I said, Tax, don't, bro. I shit on her shirt. He's like, I still gotta go through it. Dude,
Twitter.
No, he came in the room and he was like, why did you just spray your hat with something? And I was thinking, what the fuck? Because they got me a room spray, and I kept spraying my room because it stunk like shit. And then I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm so fucking pissed. Like, and then I went to the bathroom.
So it was like basically just from the stink and everything, it was all just boiling inside, like the frustration, and you were like, fuck.
Was mad too, because they did it in his closet too, you know, because we share the room. Like,
Oh, true.
He had like a shirt in there.
Yeah.
My shit was in there, but they still did it to him, so I was fucking pissed for him too. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna fucking do that. But then, yeah, after I did it, I'm like, god damn it, I should have done that. So yeah, that's gonna cover my tracks. And then, yeah, I was like, yeah, you fucking caught me. There's shit on her shirt. Like, and then I felt so bad. I told them, I'm like, can you get her a new shirt? I feel bad. And they're like, no, you shouldn't feel bad. You shouldn't hide it. If anything, it's like getting revenge.
Yeah, it's like content.
Yeah, but to me, it's like my morals, you know?
No, for real, because it's like, bro, this is this is like a show to y'all, but this is my housemate. I don't want my housemate to think I'm wiping shit on their stuff.
A thing that I was really big on was I don't want us touching each other's shit, and I felt like
I remember when Lance did, you were pretty heated about that shit.
Yeah, I felt like I would have been called a huge hypocrite for doing that and keeping it, like, giving it to, you know? So
Yeah,
I was like,
I get what you're coming from, yeah.
oh yeah, the Lance stuff. I mean, I felt like a lot of people were mad. Same with the Simmons thing, but no one was saying shit.
Right.
So I feel like we're on this fucking TV show. That's how I felt in the moment. Not fuck them, but you know, I was like, okay, we're on this TV show. You wanna? Say, oh, this is fuck. Well, fucking do something about it. Say something about it. Put action to your words. So I was like, fuck you, Lance. Why you fucking coming here acting like you can do this shit? You know, you knew that was a rule that we weren't gonna fuck. You know, we didn't want to break.
Because I was like, damn, dude, she ain't playing no no motherfucking games right now, bro.
I think that's the reason why people also I started growing people, was that I was actually confronting people on things, which is something that me and John have in common. But yeah, the fucking garage thing, that was like, I felt like a kid getting in trouble for looking at porn or something, because I don't think I've once talked about this, because this is my first interview. I haven't really mentioned this on the streams or anything, so this is like, yeah, I wiped my ass with her shirt because I was out of toilet paper. She put shit in my closet for Eve. Okay? But
hey, it's all good. It's all good. It's all part of the game. It's the name of the game in the fish tank, right?
Literally, that shows you that it can take you to places like you never thought, things you never thought you would do. Like, it puts you back in like an almost primate like state, because you're like, okay, like, I gotta hide my shit, gotta get water. Like, especially with the camping challenge. Like, I knew they weren't gonna let us go without water, but it was still like, we gotta do this challenge, right?
It was like a boot camp almost. So there's every reason why you guys were frustrated. You guys get a pass on that. There's absolutely every reason for you guys to have been pissed off.
God, yeah, so that shit was crazy. My favorite thing though is when Ben would come in and just start ranting. To
us viewers, it was probably draining. To y'all, it was probably like a break too. Like, okay, just listen to his bullshit and just chill.
Yes, exactly. It was a story. It was like watching a movie. Because I mean, we had Letty like trying to read Twilight, and then Jet came in and he's like, no, we're gonna get like a censored or a copyright or whatever. So yeah, and then he was like, we'll get you some fan fiction. And then me and Vans asked for a Seinfeld fan fiction, but we never got any. Yeah, Sam, like, it was just so insane to meet him. He's such a nice person. It's like, it just shows you just how fucked the internet is.
Yeah, it goes to show too on watch what you think about people, because there's a lot of people as of recent. I mean, have you heard of Super Mega?
Oh, yeah, I know a little bit about their podcast because my friend, he's named like Mind of Jason. They I think they interviewed him on there, so that's how I know Super Mega. But I saw they trending again because they just released their apology videos.
Yeah.
And so he's gonna get trending for a good apology video, right?
Right. And what's always kills me, and you notice if you watch that, they're edited, like the quick cuts and stuff. And I'm just like, so you sat there and edited an apology video to do cuts? That's just weird to me. Like, but you know, whatever.
I mean, I understand, but like, man, you know who you are. You shouldn't have shit to prove. Man, when you're getting called names like that, I don't really know exactly what they did, but I saw.
But yeah, I mean, that goes to show you just gotta watch what you believe and what, you know, because there's probably a lot of people, whether things are true or not, there's probably a lot of people who just idolize them and think these inhuman thoughts like, oh, they can do no wrong because they're funny. And it's like, look, these are humans at the end of the day, and a lot of the people y'all think are shit, like take iDubbbz and Sam Hyde. A lot of people at the Creator Clash are kind of, with their own actions, are being outed as being shitty people from their own actions. Whereas Sam Hyde, everybody just keeps talking about how wonderful of a guy he is, how genuine and sincere he is, and it's not him saying this is other people. So it's just kind of funny.
They just use this one thing he did in 2014 when he donated to some fucking website. Yeah, it's the most dumbest shit ever. I mean, I get people all the time in my tweets trying to talk about him, and I'm like, literally, like, get the fuck out of here. If you think that I'm gonna read that and have you like on my page just spreading that misinformation about put all of us in such a great spot, like, fuck it.
And it takes a good leader to notice the qualities in other people and bring them out.
I had fucking no idea that I'd get picked for this shit. It still blows my mind daily. But yeah, it's also something for season 2 is man, like, they should just help us with streaming, because I know Josie and Letty got a little bit of help. She didn't get that much help,
like a 101 crash course, or maybe like a few weeks training.
Just some tips, or like just a video, like one video that he can send to all of us or something. Because I mean, me and Vance, we didn't get any help, and Betty too. I mean, and Lance. I mean, I don't know if he was a streamer before this, but yeah, some of us are just, we don't know how to do this, and then we have people that are just mad at us because we're late, or we don't know how to do something, or something not coming up right, and it's just like we don't know.
I think there's small, maybe subconscious things that he wanted you to pick up on, because when I was talking to Vance, I was telling him, for example, TTS. I feel like Sam and Jet purposely had all of you go through that, the 42 days, and deal with the brunt of it and the worst of it to prepare you for when you left the tank and dealt with your online fame. Because you're gonna deal with shitheads saying troll ass shit just like TTS, but now, imagine if you didn't have TTS, you probably wouldn't be handling it as good as you are now, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's probably why I think Lance is acting like this, because like the freeloaders really didn't get that many TTSs besides Simon and Chris, because I feel like they kind of filtered them out because they weren't there for that long. You know, they're just there to fuck with people. But Simon and Chris, they stuck around, so that's probably why they turned them on for them. Yeah, that shit will fuck with you. But yeah, with the streaming, I haven't really had that many mean comments at all. Yeah, the thing that I think I bring to the streaming platform, other than the rest of the fish, is that I actually talk about the lol cows, which a lot of the audience keep track of, like fucking King Cobra and Daniel Larson and all that stuff. And then I've showed my followers a few that they didn't even know. But this is like my forte, is I love just like following schizophrenic.
Yeah, you've
people.
mentioned a handful of bands that I'm actually going to be researching after this.
Google's weird with the fish tank. Like our Wikipedia got taken down. I saw that, and they were changing it up because of Sam. And then yeah, his Wikipedia is just fucked up, and like it just says shit. I'm like, fuck. And that sucks for him. Because yeah, I feel like kind of nervous about emailing these venues a bit.
Because of the affiliation.
Yeah, because they could just do one search and then it shows that article. That's the stupid thing about online.
You know, I mean, hey, you're doing a lot more work though, so maybe the more collaborations, the more projects you're doing since Fish Tank, that's gonna show that, hey, I don't only exclusively work with this guy or this project. That was just a part in my career.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hopefully people will see that, because yeah, that the business side I am a little afraid of, but besides that, I'm, you know.
And look at Simmons too. He was able to get a fucking Chime deal, so don't be too afraid.
Myself that too. I'm like, what the actual fuck? Thank God for Nick Caminos for teaching me the way. He was one of my favorite fucking things. Oh, okay. Yeah, another one of my favorite things. John putting the hole in the wall, the TTS with the harmonica in the ass, and then, what was it?
Caminos?
Nick Caminos and us going into that bedroom 2, and there's no light, and then he's just trying to
give y'all a seminar.
Yeah, and we're trying to write the notes, and he's in the corner, and then the TTS is just going off, and then it's just bullying him, and he's like trying to be serious and talk about shit, and he just keeps stopping. He's like, damn, so you guys deal with this all the time?
Like, yeah, this is what we live with, man.
Yeah.
Was he really like teaching you guys, did he really teach you guys some helpful tips and tricks, or like really help you, or do you think it was more of like a ruse, more of a troll?
A little bit of both, but he actually did say some helpful things, which some of them still like stick in my mind, like the if you're not missing opportunities, then you're not working hard enough, which is probably some quote from Google or something, but it's a good quote. But yeah, I mean, we've kept in contact. We have each other's phone numbers. I think we're gonna do a Call of Duty day, Steam day sometime, so maybe we can do that for a stream. But yeah, there's so many ideas for streams, like painting stream, music stream.
Hey, even just the chatting, like, because even you just letting people get to know you, or like, no, it doesn't have to be a Q&A. It could literally just be you shooting the shit and powwowing, you know, and people love that too, you know? I
feel like weird if I'm not doing something though.
Yeah.
I feel like I always have to do something. Yeah, another one of my favorite moments, because yeah, there's just so much shit that happened in the show, was when Frank drank Chris's bubbly. Do you remember that? He was like throwing around his hydro flask, and it was so loud.
Yeah, with those thin floors or something like, it seems like you could hear every fucking bump. And
the way the fucking house was built, like everything echoed. It was down to like when I would use the bathroom, like number 2, I would have the faucet running, because just the sound echoes through the house. Like when Ella was there, her and Letty would like, they were talking like every night for a long time, and I could hear them through the walls. Once when they were talking about me, I can't remember if Vance was awake or asleep. They were talking about me, and I fucking hit the wall because I'm like, you dumbass fucking bitch. Like, I'm right here. Like, yeah, and it was
everything
funny.
you say.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, it's just, yeah, it was hard to keep anything secret or try to have any like one-on-one conversations.
Yeah.
Like, Vance were in the bathroom talking because it was just when TTS was just like going off on me, and he could tell, like, Vance is just, like you said, he sticks to his guns and his beliefs. Yeah, he doesn't like any of that shit. So yeah, he was just trying to talk to me and stuff, and they didn't like us just being off camera. So yeah, it was always just hard to talk.
Yeah, they wanted you to constantly make content and constantly be turned on and not like never turned off and just chilling.
I mean, it was just, that was something that would really, really hurt us. I think it hurt us all, because I'm trying to remember who started saying it first. I can't remember if it was me or like Daniel, but it was like, oh, you're not being interesting, or you're not doing anything. And it was like, what? Like, we can't all the time be doing something all the time.
Yeah,
we're here, we're living here. We basically moved into this random house. We don't even know where we're living. It was just so, there's so many different factors. Like, we don't even know what's going on in the news.
Yeah,
like
yeah, all outside world's cut off. No friends and family's just a mystery.
So it was difficult. Yeah, it's hard to be just happy and entertaining all the time.
Yeah,
especially nothing really going on, so you have to just look around you and see, what can I do, or is there a certain funny joke I can say, or funny, just skit, like, I don't know.
Yeah, you're just like thinking at the top of your head, rather than just like going in the kitchen, making a sandwich or anything, going and chilling in the living room. It's constantly like brainstorming, okay, how can I get views? How can I be funny? It's like, yeah, I could imagine that being very stressful to the day-to-day.
It's a hard headspace, and like, I've never done like YouTube, really. I've always wanted to do YouTube. I've always just watched YouTube and just weird movies, my form of TV, I guess. Yeah, it was just hard, like, always do something, like, because Daniel, I mean, he's had like his own show before, so he's good at doing stuff.
The Nut Shack.
Oh no, I think he said he actually had his own show. I don't know if it was for real.
I think I vaguely know. I've only seen pictures of his past stuff, because I'm pretty sure I know he's known MDE and Sam and all them for like years, so I just assumed he was like the plant straight up the whole time, because it was obvious that he had been friends with them. He's been in the MDE office before. He's done music with Jet for years.
I think he used to do stuff with Odd Future.
Yeah, Tyler the Creator.
Something like that.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much work he had done and been around, though. So Daniel was another person I was like, damn, he's been busy. That's good.
He definitely has his own thing going on, which is really, really good.
Yeah. How do you think his baby's doing?
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I don't know if that was even and I feel bad if I say it wasn't.
I was like, hey, if it was, great, but if it wasn't, that's just great. That's awesome.
I feel about the Caminos thing, because I like, in my gut, like, I have, your gut's always right. Like, you learn this when you're young. People tell you it. Your family tells you it. Your dad tells you it, and you're just like, oh, fuck it. It's my parents,
if you have
whatever.
A feeling something's fucky, or then it's probably right.
It's true. Like, I knew that. I was like, what the fuck with the Daniel shit? I'm like, is this real? And like, also with the Caminos thing, I was like, this motherfucker has to be fake.
Because when Daniel was talking about like all kinds of shit, I was like, okay, yeah, I know he's just gaslighting and having fun.
If you like try to, say it's not real, because then you feel bad, like, oh, what if it is real? And then I'm like, making fun of them.
Oh yeah,
like,
not the kid thing, but there was a lot of stuff that he was just like saying that it was just like, okay, I know this. He's just having fun with the character, probably. It had to be entertaining.
Same with John though, too, because I'm like, is he really a firefighter? But no, he really is.
Yeah, I was everything he said, he was actually not lying about. So I was actually like, okay, John's a genuine guy right there.
I had a few people thinking I was lying about myself, I guess, and I'm like, why? That would be crazy commitment.
No, hey, you never know though, because for all we know, you could have been like an actress who could have like blonde hair and love the color pink,
Yeah. No, I liked Bick. It was crazy actually seeing him, because we've been following each other on Instagram for like years. I think that's also why people thought I was the plant, because he was following me on Instagram.
Gotcha.
I wish we saw more of him, because he's he's a pretty fun.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but like how chill he is and shit, and he seemed very supportive of everybody too, because he seemed to be the one to link up like all the graphic designers or anybody they collabed with to make shirts or collabing with random people. He seemed to be the one to link them up and connect them.
Yeah, he's the design. I guess he's the he does a bunch of the music. He finds the music and stuff and the designs and stuff.
That's pretty sick. Have you spent any time in the MDE office? Hung out there a little bit, had some fun?
No, not yet. Because when I was there, I had like I think 1 or 2 days to myself, and then I went because I left Thursday night, and then Saturday I had to go to Beyond World Peace 2, and then Tuesday I went back home.
Nice. Did you do anything fun to those days to yourself? Were you able to like get out and do anything?
I just chilled. I just was on my phone. I listened to music. I went to the
bet that was nice after a month of not listening to anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's something I totally didn't even think about, was just missing music. Thank God for Chris and the Robo-Dog.
Yeah, right? Oh, man.
But yeah, the East Coast has Uno's, which is like this really good deep dish pizza company. They used to have one in Tulsa, but it got closed down like a long time ago. So yeah, I got some Uno's, and I was just posted up at the hotel. They put me in a nice hotel, so
hell yeah.
Thank you, crew.
Nice.
So yeah, I was just chilling there, and then I saw Morrow because I moved to the Providence Hotel right by the airport like the day before I left because it was just so easy. It's always so expensive to get an Uber to the airport. Oh my fucking god. So I was just like, fuck. And then literally right when I pulled up with my bags and everything, Morrow was in the lobby about to leave.
No shit.
So I saw Morrow, and I was like, oh my gosh, what's up? What the fuck just happened? Because it was like the night before he just left.
Yeah.
Like a few days, or it was so, he just left the tank.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to ask him like, what the fuck happened with like Frank, and he was just saying like, I just left and people are mad at me and all this shit. And I'm like, damn dude. I was like, fuck him. So, and then we hugged, and then he left.
Yeah.
So it was crazy seeing Morrow like outside of the house, outside of the sets, just randomly like seeing him in the hotel lobby.
Man, do you think that would be crazy if you guys just went to like some kind of party event together, or even just like any kind of event really, just seeing each other side by side out and about next to people?
We've talked about potentially going to Vegas together. I think he's going in August, which money's just so hard.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I kind of just juggle everything. Hopefully me and Morrow can link up soon, because that would be a great vlog. Josie was in LA while I was in LA, but she was busy with the anime con stuff, or else we would have done a vlog or something. But yeah,
I hear from Vance that there's plans for everybody to meet up and go on John's party bus. Is that still a thing?
Dude, yeah, that would be hilarious. I know John wants me to come out there. I would like to go to Bend, and I think it's kind of close to Vance, so maybe we could all just link up. I know John's been traveling too. He just got back from the East Coast. He was hanging out with Sam and everyone.
Yeah, on the stream with Jet.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, because he told me, and Scott told me too, that he was gonna train John, and him and Sam were just gonna like get him ready for a fight. And I'm like, who the fuck is he fighting?
Yeah. I seen speculation, but it's like I have no idea who Sam would make John fight.
I have no clue who the fuck he'd fight. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I would just have no idea, because I haven't even seen any like interaction from anybody in like his weight class to be like, oh, maybe it's that person. I don't know.
Yeah, he's never even called anyone out, really, I don't think.
Unless he has like a fish, because he could be planning like a fish versus fish fight, like Vance versus John, or I don't know, something like that. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty crazy. I know Vance is trying to fight the lizard.
Oh yeah, Therapy Gecko.
Gecko, lizard, whatever the fuck. And then yeah, John hung out with Froggy. I thought that was really cool, because
oh yeah, Froggy Fresh.
John's been watching Froggy for a while, so it was really cool to see them link up. And I don't know if you watched their videos, but it was actually good stuff.
Yeah, the music video they made together was actually pretty hype. Fuck yeah.
It was really funny, the evil demon baby or whatever.
Yeah.
It's great to see him living his dream.
Proud to see your boy get out there and spreading his wings, huh?
Yeah, selling his street merch with the just constant my Instagram is business.
Yeah, Business Jack 2022.
Everyone remembers that.
Yep.
So
yep.
But yeah, I think sadly, though there wouldn't be really too big of a fish reunion because seems like from watching John on Jet's stream that he's blocked a bunch of the fish.
Jets blocked a bunch of the fish?
No, John.
John. Who would he block though? Fish-wise.
He said on the stream he blocked Letty, he blocked Betty, but she's a freeloader, and then Daniel, I think a few other people or something. I don't know. I mean, him and Letty could make some good they could do debate live streams. That'd be really, dude, their debates were fucking intense, man.
Yeah,
when
they were. When sluts come into the pictures.
I heard the word heathens before him, and yeah, he's so unique. I just
definitely a character.
But yeah, a lot of people were clowning on me because I guess I was missing him so much. But man, he was such a big presence in the house.
Oh yeah, I mean, gosh, that's like losing your biggest form of entertainment, not just for the audience, but for you guys as well. Because when he left, it was definitely, it seemed like there was a lot of what the fuck do we do now? And
literally, yeah, exactly. That's kind of, I think, why they had to get the freeloaders in there. Season 2, I mean, the website looks insane.
Yeah, it's a lot better now. Yeah, because I remember when it first ran and it like shut down on y'all and y'all had to go to YouTube Live for what was it, like maybe a week, close to a week. Few days, I don't know.
It was like one of the hardest. I mean, we really got used to not having TTS, and we kind of got comfortable with it. But it kind of got like it just wasn't as fun. Like we didn't have anything to really talk about because that was what we would at, like what we would joke, you know.
Yeah, TTS was definitely a huge part of the comedy because it was like stories or just like gossip.
Anyway, that we would communicate with each other because like what I called it one time was a one-sided relationship is how I felt with the viewer is like, you know.
Yeah, of course. Like because you can only say so much, but you can hear everything they're saying. But it was a lot of bullshit, but there were a lot of times where it might have been a quiet moment and it definitely made y'all laugh, like whether it be the songs they played or the fart noises or the kids laughing or something.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I can never hear another Marachi band ever again.
Oh no, not at all. I think to me the best TTS moment was when Letty was talking about her saddest moment and they played the kids laughing. Oh my god, that was fucking great because Jet just sat there looking at the camera.
Yeah, I kept looking because I'm like sitting at the edge of the couch. I kept looking at him like, damn, he fucking laughing.
Oh yeah, he ain't even stopping this shit. Like he was just cheesing.
When they started sending the fart sounds to me, I was like, okay, I'm not giving y'all the satisfaction. I'm done with my story.
Yeah, like
almost done anyways, and I wasn't fixing to tell them like the saddest thing that ever happened to me. I was just gonna be like, yeah, I had a really bad Valentine's Day this year.
yeah, fucking just something light.
It was like I was just like, damn.
I knew, when she started with some actually serious shit, I was like, yeah, they're about to have a heyday with this one. Like,
yeah, you can't really
don't go on the internet and air out your feelings. Like,
yeah, it was just so crazy because they didn't do that for Vance. And then yeah, they're ruthless. My favorite one was when Letty and Chris would be in the same room and they would do that.
Yeah, that romance shit. Man, Chris was really trying to get in on it though with Letty. Like Chris was like, man, there was a while he was determined.
It was crazy because like when Letty was being a bitch to him, he would like come down and compliment me, and I'm like, Chris, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, bro, like.
No, Chris was a character though. He was another one that even though he got a little annoying or a little extra at moments, it definitely brought a lot of needed noise, but unneeded noise as well.
Better we have that than just us sitting on the couch, just being like, how the fuck did we get here?
Right. Just pretty, and then maybe even going back to like, well, man, Simmons, that was fucking crazy, right? Yeah.
We couldn't even talk about him really, so it was like, we couldn't even really talk about that. So like when I forgot who did it, but they accidentally called Simon Simmons, and we just all fucking started laughing because we can't really say his name. That's what we got told, and then they're accidentally calling Simon Simmons. I'm like, oh my God.
I think I caught that too. Wasn't it the first night he came in with the bottles?
It happened a few times because it's a similar name, and then when Chris did one of his stand-ups, it was after the second workout routine where we were just walking back and forth. I was like so fucking stupid, and he's like, Sylvia, you got it? And I'm like, yeah, this is such a hard fucking workout, just walking back and forth, like. But he was like, he read Simmons' book and thought Simon wrote it.
No shit.
And he was talking about it and saying, why are you guys laughing about this book? It's so real. It talks about a lot of your problems. And we were just like, okay, we like didn't talk about it. We just all like mentally agreed we're not going to tell him that.
So he was like, I think I remember that too, him being like, oh, it's not too bad.
Thing you can look up later is him thinking that's Simon wrote the book.
So he's trying to like talk up the book and encourage it, like, hey, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, literally. It was
holy shit.
We're just not gonna say anything.
God damn. It's like, all right, just let Chris have that one. Just let him have that.
Let him be, because like when someone is so just like mentally in tune and they're autistic, you just let them be.
Yeah, with Chris, his is just like, man, it just seems like he could just talk to a wall. You know?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there were times where I would just walk out of the room and go up the stairs and he wouldn't notice, and he just kept talking, and I like honestly kind of felt bad, but it's like, bro, like,
what are you gonna do? You're in a fucking house with him for like 42 days, so I mean, you can only do so much. You can only handle so much. I think you have a pass to leave at that point.
Yeah, and I think he was in there for, man, maybe almost 2 weeks. He was maybe a week and a half. He was the longest lasting freeloader, and he came back again.
Yeah, he stayed. Yeah, and then stayed until the actual ending too. But I know he was going through his living situation too. But I think the show was really good for him.
Yeah, definitely. I can tell you. I mean, it's not him posting, but from the videos his manager posts, he looks happy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if someone's got a leaf blower blowing weed smoke in your face, I think you'd be a little happy.
Yeah, he doesn't care about shit right now.
Yeah, it don't seem like it. I just hope his tiny home don't end up looking like his old home that was in the documentary.
I never watched that. I never watched that documentary.
Oh man, he had like cat duty all over the house and shit. It was like bad, like cats and cat shit all over the house.
I guess that's why they would say it, because I didn't like this cat abuse stuff, which I didn't have a phone to look it up, so it's like, who am I gonna believe? Like, what am I supposed to? But yeah, I mean, I try to watch like that when I got out of the house. I just don't like iDubbbz, so I just had to kind of exit out because it's just his face. Like I said, and then he didn't even fucking help him at all or pay him for that.
I know, it's just, it's crazy. You know, it's funny because as I said, I went to the first Creator Clash and I actually recorded the whole thing of Chris singing the anthem and everything and messing it up too. That was fun. We all had, that was like one of the best parts of being at Creator Clash was Chris fucking up the anthem. Because it was cute, it was fun, it was a moment we all loved. But so honestly, he made the fucking Creator Clash that much better, because it was at a point where it was kind of getting boring too, because all the great fights had happened. Yeah, I finally watched that clip when I got off too. It's so funny. It is. It was a great time. So there was nothing bad about it. It livened everybody up, made everybody laugh. When you mess up like that, that shows you're human and you're authentic. And I mean, yeah, because like that's something that the fans and watchers forgot, that we're all fucking human. Mm-hmm. Like, so the shit you're telling us, like, we feel it, you know? Yeah, everybody gets nervous. Yeah, especially Chris. Yeah, but you know what? He came out like a champ though, singing it all in one take in the kitchen of Fish Tank. Isn't that funny? Yeah, I think I was like, hey, you wanna, or I think it might have been a TTS, I can't remember, but I was like, man, you should sing it. Because he was singing like Breaking Benjamin and like Creed and shit. Yeah. Hell yeah, bro. It's like, hey man, might as well just let it out. Redeem yourself. I want to know how the Simple Man started. Was it someone asking him to sing it, or did he just start singing? I feel like he just randomly just started, because that, you know, let's be real, he's a backwoods boy. So yeah, you get some liquor in him, they'd probably start singing Leonard Skinner too. 70s classic rock. Yeah, hits. Dive bar rock. You know, southern dive bar rock. Yeah, that was it was so funny, because I kept like doing it on purpose. Like, hey, you should sing it again. You should sing it again. Because I'm like, bro, this is all we have in this fucking house. Like, so I think like when I kept doing that, I guess I don't know, because they like tax came in and he was like, bro, you gotta start singing it like differently. Like the fucking virginity story had me dying when Sam just kept making him tell it. Oh, hey, you gotta hear this. Yeah, Josie, come here. And then Josie's like so uncomfortable by anything sex related. She's just like, oh my god, so fucking funny. Yeah, he told that story like when I was there, and then he told that story like 10 times like the last night. She heard it like a million times.
times.
How she deals with that though, like I wonder if she deals with like Chris messages. I wonder if he still messages Letty and still tries to simp on her or something. I have no doubt.
Probably not, since his manager or whatever is in charge of his shit.
Oh yeah, true. And I forgot he said he hopped off Twitter too, so that is true.
Yeah, he doesn't. A lot of people want him on Twitter because that's mostly where all the fish tank stuff is.
Yeah, I know. I think he would probably, and he probably would bounce the fuck out, you know, from all the hate.
But yeah, probably. I mean, there's so many. There's like a dedicated hate group for Chris. So yeah, which is sad. I mean,
everybody's got them if they start to get bigger. You know, it just comes with the territory. So what in the world? After this interview, you got anything cool going on during the week or the weekend? Any cool plans coming up?
Yeah, tomorrow I got the stream at 7 p.m. Central Time. Don't really know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm probably gonna do some bullshit. You should be there.
Hell yeah!
And then
we'll tune in.
Tomorrow is August 1st. Sorry, I got the A's confused. August 1st. So yeah, my album comes out this month. It's gonna be sick as fuck. Don't forget to shop SylviaDream.shop for your latest Sylvia Dream merch.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully have a new design on Hello merch. Working on that. I'm bad at replying to emails.
Oh yeah, get that Sylvia merch and stay tuned for those new designs that could be coming your way.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and then Death Grips vlog. Yeah, I think that might be it. Streaming with Vance next week.
Yeah, you're streaming with Vance, and y'all got your collaboration coming up. You got your album release soon. You got your and you also have a tour, not just an album, but a tour coming up, right?
Yeah, I've never booked a tour, done a tour before, and Vance hasn't either, so it's gonna be interesting. So
I know this is probably way too early to ask. Do you have any idea of how many cities or locations you'll be visiting?
Probably like it won't be a big tour, so probably just like the capitals or something. So yeah, definitely hitting like Georgia, Texas, probably maybe like 2 dates in California. Yeah, we're still getting it together, getting all the venues together, because yeah, we got to find a venue in every town and then find openers. So there's a lot of little stuff to a tour. Yeah, it was crazy because Vance doesn't really smoke weed, but then you have like me and Daniel just like
yeah. Oh, I would definitely, I gotta say though, Daniel's someone who, he just seems like a fun cat to burn with. You know what I mean? Like he just seems like he would just be fun to talk to while high.
Shooting the shit with him, and we were both really drunk at like 6 a.m. at the camping challenge. We're just both crying about our fathers.
Hey man, that's real though, you know what I mean? Like that's a real bonding ass moment right there, you know?
Yeah, like, because when he was just talking to me, in my back of my head, I'm like, damn, I feel so bad for him because he is so drunk and people are going to use this against him the next day, and yeah, the next day, fucking Letty's like, Daniel's just in the corner, like so hungover, and Letty's just like denying him water. Do you remember that?
Oh, she had such a vendetta with that guy. On Twitter, I tweeted this picture when Daniel got his new shoes and showed them off to the camera. You see Letty in the background eating the food and she looks at him like, I couldn't help but notice, and I screenshotted it and posted it on Twitter because I was like, bro, she looks like she fucking hates his soul right now.
Well, I mean, then again, like, he threw so much of her shit in the porta potty.
That is true.
You're mad at me, like, for not doing anything.
You gave her 2 fish bucks, though.
Yeah, like, what was I supposed to, like, go physically grab the stuff out of his hands?
Yeah, like, that had nothing to do with you.
Of course, I'm gonna be like, yeah, fuck yeah, because, like, she's my enemy of the house. Yeah. So, of course, I go ahead. So, like, yeah, that was another thing.
Yeah, well, at that point, camping time, she definitely positioned herself as enemy of the house. That was her fault. That was her own doing.
It was female Hitler mode in that.
That's what Simon, exact words. That's how he described her, that she was acting like Hitler.
That was just such a crazy point to bring Simon on there. I mean, there's a reason why season 1 of anything is the best, because it cannot be replicated. Anything else is just trying to replicate season 1.
Yeah,
so that's
straight up.
I mean, that's how it is for anything that
you
I've seen.
Paved the way.
Movies, TV shows, albums, anything, clothing lines, even like sadly Yeezy, like Kanye's clothing brand. But yeah, I mean, this is gonna be the same for Fish Tank. I mean, I hopefully I don't know how many seasons there will be, but hopefully there'll be like a bunch, because this shit, I mean, nothing like like it.
As much money as it made as well, I don't think it's going to end anytime soon, although season 2 could be the defining factor in that. Season 2 could define if it's going to keep going or if it's just going to halt where it is, you know?
And I mean, that's why I said that having the fish as freeloaders on season 2 would be amazing, because we know what pissed us off.
Yeah.
Like, I know fucking Frank smoking my fucking black Marlboro black cigarettes pissed me off so much. Because he paid attention and watched, you know, before he came on the show. Saw where the plushies were, saw where all of our special stuff
He knew the
was.
weaknesses.
Yeah, he knew all of our weaknesses, so.
Every time you start to rehash your memories, you just have this look like someone who just went through the biggest adventure, you know what I mean? Like, you watch these TV shows or play games and they're like on this big quest, this big journey, and you know, you got to the end and now you're like, yep, good times.
Well, yeah, that's kind of basically what it is. My first really in-depth interview with Fish Tank. So just going back over the memories. And I mean, it's, you know, it is really hard to like watch some of that shit because we live through it. So I mean, just rewatching it isn't really too necessary. I watch like clips when stuff I didn't see, like Frank and Chris, you know, and shit like that, or just like the sketch. Like, I watched the sketch video for the first time the other day and I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like Daniel just getting waterboarded, that was so fucking funny. And then John Oompa Loompa.
It's definitely going to be something that you can just keep looking at, though. That's a beautiful thing, though. If you think about it, you have this whole catalog, this whole library of photos from, you know, and memories that you share with everybody that you guys can watch and tune in on anytime.
Yeah,
you know?
And then I can just screenshot and like post on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's cool, like just having like a picture of me just like glaring at the camera, super mad. Now I can just post and be like, mood. I have like these cool random artists that just like make art of me, and that's really cool to see.
Yeah.
So I definitely got so many positive messages when I got out. All this fan art. I mean, it was just such a good relief.
Hell yeah. This whole thing, from what I'm hearing, it seems like you've had a life-changing and a wonderful experience that you could grow on, and that you're still continuing to prosper and grow on. I gotta say though, I cannot wait to see what you have in store, what you got working on in the future, and I can't wait to see how much more that you and all the other fish grow, how much more you know, projects you guys are gonna get into, and how much more amazing things you guys are gonna do that stand the test of time, of the internet, and more. I really do appreciate you coming on here and talking with me about everything, you know, and everything that you've shared. You know, this has been a wonderful experience to get to know you, get to know your style, your music, and even your time on Fish Tank, and even more. You know, it's been a wonderful time, and thank you so much for allowing me and anyone watching to be able to get to know that.
Thanks for watching me get tortured for a month. That's really sick.
It was completely my pleasure. Although there were times it wasn't a pleasure, it was a little hard to watch, but either way, thank you guys so much for putting that effort and for finding the strength and the courage to put yourselves out there and go on this show. You know, you guys took a leap of faith, you took a chance, and that's what so many people are afraid to do for so many things, big or small. So next time you do something or are thinking about doing something, just remind yourself that you have already taken such a huge leap and put yourself out there already, so that the next challenge is really going to be small potatoes for you.
If anyone can, if I can do it, anyone can do it, y'all. For real, like facts.
As Sam Hyde says, think it, dream it, do it.
Well, yeah, thank you so much, dude. This has been a pleasure.
Hell yeah. I really hope you had a good time, and I hope this was a good experience for you.
Yeah, this is really sick. Thanks for giving me the platform to promote my stuff.
Of course. Is there anything else you'd like to plug in or shout out to everybody or let everybody know about, or anything else on your mind that's creeping in that crevice of the head that you just want to go ahead and let out there, air out?
Okay, Sylvia Soldiers Never Die and Revenge is on the Mind, out next month, 27th. Let's fucking go.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Season 2 is coming soon.
Hell yeah. Fish Tank Season 2, Sylvia's album, a nice tour, a collaboration with you and Vance. Hell yeah.
I have stuff on Spotify and YouTube. It's under Dream Substance. And yeah, and I'm Sylvia Dream.
Oh yeah, Dream Substance, Sylvia Dream. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you so much for having me be the one to interview you. It's been a pleasure. It's been amazing. And I really can't wait to both see what you're going to do, but I also can't wait to hear your next creations as well, because I'm really psyched for your music. I know it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, Vance and I's song goes too fucking hard.
Hell yeah. Gonna shake the walls. Hell yeah. Hey, thank you so much. And Sylvia, I wish you nothing but happiness. I wish you nothing but the greatest. And you know, you really, again, you really grew on all of us for a reason, because you stuck to your guns, you weren't afraid, you were an artist that, whether it be your music or just even on this interview, you represent yourself as sincere and genuine and true to yourself, and you don't try and be anybody else. You know, and let that be a lesson to all of you. Stay genuine and stay yourself and stay sincere.
That way you won't get fucking cloned, guys, okay?
Exactly. Hell yeah.
Thank you, man.
Hell yeah. It's been nothing but a pleasure. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful night.
You too, man. Bye.
After talking with Sylvia, one thing I will say about Sylvia is this. She's a talented artist and musician who isn't afraid to express herself as much as possible, and that takes a tremendous amount of courage. She understands what it means to be a tight-knit family. She's friends with people of all walks of life, and she always promotes the work of her fellow artists. We need to get the currents of creation flowing and going by motivating each other and inspiring each other, so I definitely agree with her on that. We need to promote the flow of art. You know, we got to get the surge and waves of creativity out there. You know, inspire each other, motivate each other, because that's what's important. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I'm Rez, and if you enjoyed the video, hit that like and subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any future content. Have fun, everyone.